Let's go.
Welcome to the Vibe Tribe.
Guitar, what's up? Paulette, what's up? Wicked, what's up? Appreciate you hopping in. How y'all feeling today?
Welcome on TikTok. Welcome on Twitch. What's up, guys?
Right, y'all.
Happy Thursday.
Let's get it flowing.
We are feeling Valentine-y because we actually won't be live tomorrow like we thought.
Yeah.
So we had to be a little celebratory with our outfits.
Had to get in the mood.
My little grandma vibes.
Shorty B, what's up? How you feeling? How you feeling? How you feeling? No. Yeah. All right, let's get some things flowing here. If you are on TikTok and you want to submit your music, go to my profile, go to the website, and click on Track Talk. Follow both of those steps, and we'll get you up on the board, ready to go. If you're over on Twitch, you can hit !submit, and we'll get you moving in the right direction. For those of you who don't know, this is Track Talk. These are 20-minute long-form consultations of the structure of your music, your mix and master, production elements, sound design, lyrics. We're going to get into the nuance of your branding, your aesthetic, your image, things like that. If that interests you, if that's something that would be valuable to you, then definitely go to my profile, to my website, and click on Linktree, and you'll be ready to go. RJL, welcome in. How you feeling today? But let's get the likes up to 5K and the shares up to 20, and we will kick things off as soon as we get to those two goals right there. Teo, what's up? Aiden, appreciate you hopping in. How you feeling today? RJL, how you feeling? Appreciate you hopping in. Lenny,
What's up,
welcome in. Swirl, welcome in.
Welcome to the Vibe Tribe.
Doing pretty good. Working like crazy, but doing well. Revert, appreciate you hopping in. Absolutely, Swirl. Let me get you up on the board. Let me get this stuff updated here, and let me make sure. So that's not coming through. So
What's
let
up,
me refresh
Sweater?
that. And hopefully it'll come through.
How are you, RJ?
And no worries, Shorty.
Cut off on TikTok,
That's,
but I'm so close. I
oh,
think it's that.
it's what? That's just how. That's how it always is.
I don't know.
Just
Can't figure it out, bro. The vertical kills
I know.
us.
It's annoying. All right, let me see if I can get TikTok updated over here too. It's reading it, but it's not popping up over on the stream. We'll just give it a second, I guess.
Look funky.
Vicky, thank you so much for hopping in. Go to my profile, go to the website, and click on Track Talk. You'll see two steps there. Just follow those steps. We'll get you up on the board. Just put the... Oh, where's the line? Hold on. I need to get the line up over on Twitch and YouTube. If you want to see the line, that's where it's at. But let me just get this updated real quick.
Funky bangs.
There we go.
What's up, guys? Happy Thursday. It's Friday Eve.
All right, line is up on Twitch and YouTube. If you want to see the line, go to my profile, click on See the Line. Let me get Swero up there. I'll get Shorty B up there.
And Valentine's Eve. Who has special plans? Our special plans are staying in, eating some good food,
Hell yeah.
watching a movie,
Hell yeah.
gaming.
Hell yeah. Shorty B10.
I like to avoid the crowds.
Yeah, not a
How
fan.
about you guys?
Not a fan.
I'm not a big crowd person.
Aiden, appreciate you hopping in. How you feeling? Bad, what's up? Matt Kennedy, how you feeling today? As soon as we get to 5,000 likes and 20 shares, we will begin the music. I got Swero up there. I've got Shorty B up on the board. Let me just update my lines here. Shorty B, you're off there. And let's see, Swero, where I got you. Got you here. Beautiful. All right, y'all are both updated, both on the board, ready to go.
What are the odds I can get this done quickly? Yeah, Shorty, if you ever have any questions, feel free to read the steps. A lot of the steps at the link tree will explain how it all works and stuff.
Let's see. Let me make sure I get all these updated. here, too.
Helios!
Yo, what's up, Helios?
What's up, dude?
How you doing, man?
Are you going live tonight, Helios? We want to submit this song in your live for fun. Yay, okay. We'll hop in.
Let's go. Yeah, Shorty B, I got you with the 10 on there.
It's perfect for Valentine's Day. It's about heartache.
Let's go. I know,
But
right?
it's about
perfect.
happy heartache.
Happy heartache, right? If you want to submit, go to my profile, go to the website, click on Track Talk. You'll see two steps. Follow those. If you're on Twitch, which I recommend you be as well. Better audio, better visual. You see the line, you see Pro Tools, all that good stuff.
Yay,
You'll
Helios,
see,
lucky us.
just hit exclamation point submit, and you'll be ready to go. But be sure to click on see the line. That way you can see kind of the order and where you're at, so you kind of know where you're going as the board moves around. Jay, so appreciate you hopping in. Yeah, Diego, if you want to submit profile, click on the link tree and go to Track Talk. You'll see the steps there. We're gonna get it moving here in a minute. As soon as we hit 5,000 likes and 20 shares.
Yeah, welcome in, guys. Welcome to the Vibe Tribe.
Appreciate you hopping in. These are 20-minute consultations. These are long-form analysis of your production, your mix and master, your song structure, lyric structure, sound design, things like that. We're getting into branding, the nuance of like your style and aesthetic and things like that as well. So if you are looking for a professional second set of eyes and ears on what you're doing creatively, that's what this is all about. That's what this live is.
100%.
It's not a review. There's no trash or pass. There's no ratings or polls. This is strictly about you getting actionable feedback, getting some real professional value when it comes to the structure of what you do. If that interests you, hang out for a minute, see what we're all about. You can always, just chill for a minute and see what the whole live structure is about. And I got you, Shorty B. I got you with your skip as well. Just came in. I'm gonna get you ahead. And if you can, and then let's see, Black Rock, appreciate you hopping in. Dre, appreciate you hopping in. And we'll get some things flowing here in a second. Shorty B, got you. Got you. Go to my profile and click on see the line. Got you. Yeah, you're at the top right now with that 20. I appreciate you so much.
Yeah, you should be able to definitely get played today, Shorty.
Yeah. And we'll always make sure, no matter what, we'll always make sure that you're taken care of. And okay, so Shorty and Swirl, and then I know Helios is gonna send 2 in here in just a minute. But let's see if you can help me out. Shorty
No worries,
B.
you can just correct it.
Yes, you can send whatever. If you help me out, if you get me to 10 shares and 2,000 likes really quick, I'll run it early for you. If not, we usually just wait till 5K because I want everyone to be able to have, a bit more movement, a bit more of an audience.
Yeah,
and
and
for
you've been
things to
coming in
start
here
happening.
trying to get in, so we always like to be generous when we can.
So if you can run it up real quick, I'll run you early. But I'll put some weight in your shoulders for it though. Typically we'll usually start at 5K and 20 shares. That way everyone has an opportunity to get some more people in here and get the algorithm flowing and stuff like that.
Yeah, thanks for being a part of
but
the
you've been
community,
super
Shorty.
patient,
We've
so
loved having
I
you.
appreciate it. And then Jalen, I have both of those emails.
And
for
if
you.
this is your first time here, welcome to the Vibe Tribe, guys. Happy to have you. There is a lot of info at the link tree. We have a website called the Obsidian Key. We have a Discord. We've got all kinds of things for you guys to tap in.
Yeah, go to my profile. You'll see a bunch of icons at the top. Just hit every single one of those icons and follow and subscribe and all of that good stuff. And you'll see all the different ways that we are able to collaborate and kind of facilitate the community. So definitely tap into those communities, especially the Discord. We want to do a lot more in there too. And I have different from you as well, Jalen. Got you. If you want to submit profile, website, click on Track Talk. Once you Yeah, okay, no worries. If you want to submit, go to my profile, go to the website, click on Track Talk, follow both steps. If you follow both steps, you'll be on the board. If you want to see the board, click on see the line at my profile. If you're on Twitch, hit exclamation point, submit. The line will pop up right there. If you're on TikTok, even if you want to stay on TikTok, I highly encourage you have Twitch open, follow us over there. That's where you can see the line, the orders, the minimums, where you're at. It's where you can see Pro Tools if we're diving into the nuance of your production and your mix. It's where you can see Spotify if we're breaking down your Spotify and bios and things like that. So I definitely would recommend you hopping over there, even just to have it open to be able to see the line as we go. But let's try to get this. We're already almost at 2K, so y'all are going crazy. Shorty B's, I'm ready to go. Let me go ahead and get some things pulled up for you. We'll go ahead and kick it off with Shorty B, even if some people are coming in here in a minute to get some things on the board. We'll kick it off with Shorty B since I already have you at the 20, and we're almost to those goals already. We'll run it here in a second. Is ass. Do we need to brighten that one up a little bit? It's the problem. What's up, G-Trill? How you feeling, legend? Good to see you, bro.
Yeah, you don't want to get red on TikTok.
I
What's
know.
up, Trill? How are you?
The problem is like this 1080p camera is so different than this one on the iPad. So it's like if we turn up the light, it makes me like a lobster. Thank you, bro. Appreciate it.
Yeah, this one we look like we're dying in this one.
Yeah, it's there's not really a happy medium. We'll figure it out. It's fine. It's totally fine.
Doing pretty well.
Doing good,
Honestly, can't complain too much.
Shorty B, Tell Me Your Fears. Is that still the most accurate song that you're sending in? Puddles, appreciate you hopping in. Y'all keep sharing out the live. There's 2K. We just need, we're at the 10 shares. Let's run it. Shorty, we got it.
Nice.
We got it. We made it, man. So I'll run this early for you, and then we'll kickstart everything after this. Once again, if you want to submit your music, go to my profile, go to the website, click on Track Talk. You'll be ready. If you're on Twitch, which is our main platform,
Can we pause
just
the
hit
music?
/ submit, and you'll see everything you need pop up right there. Definitely. All right, we're going to get it rolling. No official mix or master yet? Perfect. Now, go ahead and give me, you might have given me this the last couple times we were about to make it. Yeah, Twitch is, are you on Twitch right now, G-Tro? It's the best, dude. Just because of even like being able to throw up Pro Tools when we're talking about like the engineering stuff we're always talking about, being able to throw up Pro Tools on there and Spotify and like look at people's stuff there. It's a dream, dude. I love it. It's been sick. Deanne, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. All right, give me some context, Shorty B. Talk to me about production. Did you produce this? Is this a BeatStars or YouTube 2-track? Is this, you said no real mix and master on it yet. So yeah, give me some context on what I'm listening to and kind of your role in this track. And let's get the music going. We're not wasting any time today. Let's run it. Volt 476, love the Volt. AKG mic at home studio. Let's go. Absolutely.
Go ahead and tell me what you're afraid of. My fear is losing everything while working on this come up. The wife leaves, kids are going, never see them grow up. Greatest fears in slumber, and I hope they never wake up. I fear that God's judgment is close, death to the people. Forgot to pray today, I was stuck all up in my ego. Prideful self-destruction, I do anything for Chico or Draken. Baby blue face, hunted chasing, I'm gassed. With all this fucking time that is fast, I don't know if I can make it. Fearful of the future, way things going got me shaking. 30 years of life, I raise a toast to celebrate it, man. Fuck am I celebrating for? Go ahead and tell me what you're afraid of.
Did you mix it?
Go ahead and tell me what you're afraid of. Go ahead and tell me what you're afraid of.
I like the drums.
Go
Man.
ahead and tell me what you're afraid of.
Cool, cool.
Yeah, this has a classic sound to it.
It's like AJ Hall drums, like saturated tape drums. I like it.
There's the first thing you gotta do. You cannot be
Great job, man. Alina, what's up?
Yeah, super cool.
Let me holler
Go to
at
my
you
link
about
tree,
this
click
for
on
just a
Track Talk.
second.
Go ahead and tell me
Absolutely.
what you fear the most. Losing my life to these coats.
Jordan, don't spam me, you'll get blocked.
Losing my life to
Just go to my
another
link
brother,
tree.
sister,
We
same
got you.
agenda. All this world sees is another nigga losing life to trigger. Who am I though? Losing myself in the fears of life. Cutting myself off of this world, it just feels right. Staying inside, thinking
What
there's
AKG
nothing
are you
really
using?
out
Like
there
a
for me.
214,
Staying inside, thinking the
P120,
devil
P220?
really coming for me. What do I fear? Losing my peers in this wicked game. We one in the same. Rapping for change, swerving the lanes. See you on your path.
And let us know if you have anything on any other platforms too. Okay, cool.
214
is great, especially for the price.
They say with time comes a better understanding. We looking up to God, asking what it is He's planning. Sometimes we get an answer, we still don't understand it. My greatest fear is learning that we'll never comprehend it. Fuck.
Those are your vocals too?
Ooh, that's nice.
That's cool. I like that movement right there.
The problem is, some of you will never move forward because fear has kept you in a grip.
What's up, Kason? Shorty B, this is cool, man. Are you recording in like a living room or like
Fear has
a
kept you down.
fairly
Fear has
open
kept
space?
you from doing anything. But my assignment is to try to preach and declare to you that you don't run away from the fear. You always run in the direction of your fears.
Yeah. Okay, cool. There's really just like one detail that I would help mitigate in your performance side, but honestly, man, the performance of this is cool. The structure of the song is really cool. It's unique.
Yeah, I would never guess that you're newer. It's
Really cool.
impressive, yeah.
Comes from the devil.
Yeah.
You should be proud, Shorty.
Let's go. Let's
Super
go.
cool.
Ever Snow!
Hey, Snow. Good to see
Welcome
you.
in. The snow has arrived. Winter is here.
And then, Shorty, really quick, let us know where you're at with your branding and your marketing. If you're just getting started, I completely understand if you haven't established any of that yet, but let us know.
Yeah, man. Show some love. Shorty B, I'm glad we got to
If
this.
you're on Spotify, if you have Instagram, YouTube, those types of things.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, we're about to go right back into it, Snow. You just missed the first track of the day. Let's get into it, and I believe I just got Chels into, so I'll update the board. Yeah, got you.
Welcome in, Dracula.
I'll update the board here in just a minute. All plats and most socials. Okay,
Welcome to the Vibe Tribe.
Is this song? Let me see. Yeah, go to my link tree and click on Track Talk. If you're on Twitch, which I recommend you be, hit ! Submit, and you'll see the link pop up right there. Fool on the Hill, welcome in. Let's run this back from the top, man. Yeah, the biggest thing for me that I would mitigate when it comes to, or control when it comes to the quality of your vocal performance is your environment, man. It's
yes, Helios.
dude, it's the
Ding,
best.
ding, ding.
It's the best.
Wubsy.
Wubsy, welcome in, fam.
Hey.
Good to see you, bro.
Wubs, wubs, wubs.
Wubsy in the chat. Helios. I don't know. I don't have one for you yet, but we'll figure it out. All right, let's this is Tell Me Your Fears by Shorty B. Let's get into it. I'm excited, man. This is cool. And I'll update the line here in just a sec. It's a cool feel though, man. Helios. I actually kind of like that. I'm not gonna lie. That's fun. If you make that super creepy at the beginning of some crazy drop.
Go ahead and tell me what you're afraid of. My fear is losing everything while working on this come up.
What's
the
up,
white
Fool on the Hill?
leaves, kids are going, never see them grow up. Greatest fears in slumber, and I hope they never wake up. I fear that God's judgment is close, death to the people. Forgot to pray today, I was stuck all up in my
Okay,
ego.
cool.
Prideful self-destruction, I do anything for Chico or Drake and Baby Blue.
Hey, Tiffy, thank you.
Welcome in, welcome in. How you feeling today? I appreciate you hopping in. Unreleased mixtape, unreleased. I do have access to a professional studio, and I think there's more of that comment coming. So I'll wait just a second. Guys, Helios is wild. Over on Twitch, parties happening on Twitch.
Because
I'm
you
gonna back
can
it
say
up a little
whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, I do recommend. So you do have a good setup. You've got Logic. You have a C214. The C214 from AKG is one of my recommendations for mics under $500, under $400. You can get them cheaper for used, honestly. You could probably find one on Marketplace for like $250. 72-hour piece of work. Let's go. I like it.
Nice.
You have a good setup. You've got some, and even the 476. I am running it's not the 476, but it's the i4. We did Tiffy
Thank you
because we're
so much,
cheesy
Fawn
and
Hill,
cute
you're
sometimes.
awesome.
We're cheesy and cute
Yes,
sometimes.
we did. Because we aren't going to be live tomorrow. So we're like,
Literally.
you know what? We got to bring the celebratory red
I just yelled
today.
from the closet earlier. I was like, should I wear red too? I was
He's like, want me to match you? I was like, whatever.
putting it in the yearbook.
I used to not let him match me.
I
at
kind of
all.
hate it,
If
but
we,
also
we used to walk out and accidentally be matching, I'd be like, change now.
and Tiffy Helio says hi from Twitch. Yeah, I was like, I kind of hate it, but I'm also like, sometimes you just gotta be a little cheesy. You just gotta.
It's fun to be cheesy.
You just gotta do it, man. You just gotta do it.
I got my granny sweater on.
So you have the Volt 476. Love it. It's my favorite budget interface. I know, Mike. Can we match all the time? No, maybe no. No. Side note:
Okay,
476 is great. The Volt is my favorite budget interface. I've had two of. I still have one. So I'm running a Volt right now on my mobile setup. I love the Volt. It's fantastic. You have the C214, great budget mic, especially for the price. It's fantastic. The biggest thing that I would mitigate with what you have, you don't need. They're called Tribe Drives, Helios, but they don't pop up on the screen. I'm still working on it. So if you do use
We
them,
got a lot to improve, all right? Just
if you
be
use
cool.
channel points, just let us
Just
know.
let us know.
Just don't be
to
lying
hydrate,
and making me
'cause that's the only
overhydrate.
one we have.
Yeah, don't make me overhydrate by cheating on the channel points. But it's the only thing that
Thanks, no.
It's the only thing that I
We're
have.
cheesy, for
But it
sure.
doesn't pop up on the screen.
It's fun.
You have a good enough setup to get an excellent recording. The biggest difference from what you have and then going to even a decent studio, for one, maybe a better mic, right? Going from a $500 mic to a $1,000 mic, $2,000 mic, there's a difference. Don't get me wrong, there's a difference between the two nicer mics that I have. pretty dramatically. So there's going to be a difference. One of the biggest differences, though, is going to be the coaching of a tracking engineer in your performance in a controlled environment. Those to me are kind of like the two main things that you are going to hear and experience a much, much, much broader difference. Vocal chain itself and the quality of that vocal chain, and the coaching of a tracking engineer in a controlled space. That's what's going to be the biggest difference. Now, it's up to you to decide if is that worth $75 an hour, $100 an hour, more some places, cheaper some places. Is that worth it to you, or do you invest your time and your energy in tracking, learning the tracking process for yourself? Because you have a decent mic, a good mic that will sound great, will sound awesome, especially if you're sending out for engineering and stuff like that. A lot of us don't understand how a good tracking engineer can 100%. 100%, million times over. And this is why, like, for most people, before I recommend them, go buy a Neumann or whatever, I highly recommend them improve their tracking process, especially if they can't afford a studio or an engineer yet. Before you go, I just know people with no experience spending $1,000 on a mic. There's no reason for them to. They would sound better improving their Helios. I'm a pretend engineer. You're getting pretty damn good, Helios. They would do a lot better improving their tracking process in their environment than they would spending it on an engineer in a lot of cases.
Cool, shorty.
It'd be a completely different experience. A degreed engineer who's mixing and mastering oh, beautiful. That makes me really happy. So all of that being said, even if you track at home and you send it off for engineering, the biggest thing that I'm hearing in this record is environmental control. So you're getting what you would call fluttering and rephasing and stuff like that, where basically, because you are in a pretty open live environment, dead would be it's mitigated and it's absorbed and stuff like that. You got pads around and whatever. It's a very live environment. So not only is your vocal hitting, what's up, Ki? Good to see you, bro. Not only is your vocal hitting the diaphragm of the mic, but it's also then bouncing off the wall in front of you, the wall behind you, and then hitting the wall again, all within milliseconds. That fluttering can also create this weird, it's not only just hearing the reverb, but you're hearing this fluttering and this phase incohesion that makes your vocal just sound kind of hollow, like you're kind of talking into a cavern, right? But it's not all just about the reflection, it sounds like you're in a room reverb. It's more so about how it affects the way your vocal actually gets inputted into your conversion. So I would, depending on what your exact setup looks like, if you have a laptop or something, I'd recommend, literally the other day we tracked on my Neumann, we tracked some vocals for Libby yesterday or the day before, can't remember.
It was the day before.
Yeah, the day before. I literally put up some big weighted blankets. I opened our pantry. Put some big weighted blankets on it. I have a ring light. I put a big blanket over the ring light, put it at a 90-degree angle, put the Neumann right in the middle, and got a great clean recording, right?
We technically still have a studio, and we did that because
we didn't want to go back over to the studio.
It was what was more efficient in the moment.
We just had to knock this out really quick. So exactly, a decent sized room with a lot of furniture. So I would do a personal opinion, because I'm a fan of just the quality of the record. The bouncing is bad, and you hear it, right? You can hear that fluttering. You can hear the phase issues that are happening because of it. It's subtle, but it just makes your vocal lose its punch, right? It doesn't drive, it doesn't punch, because it has all this depth to it that you're not necessarily looking for. So I would personally retrack your vocals and do some really cheap stuff, dude. You don't even go to a studio if you want to, definitely. But dude, open up the door to the closet next to where you are and hang a big sheet over it and put the mic facing right next to that door. So when it hits that door, it absorbs it. You know what I mean? Or a big blanket on it, stuff like that. Do something strategic like that allows you to control your environment just a little bit more, and then retrack. I think you'll be way better off, because really the biggest quality thing that I hear is easy stuff to mix. It's easy to balance this. You got good vocal structure, good clarity and stuff like that. But the biggest determining factor is not going to be the best engineer in the world working on this record. It's going to be your tracking. A decent engineer for $100 can take a great recording and just not mess with it too much, and it'll still sound great. A really bad recording with a lot of other peripheral issues with a Grammy-winning engineer might not be the best mix at the end of the day, because there's other issues they have to disguise or fix. And so I would retrack. I would control your environment just a little bit more, find a creative way to do it. And then I think you can, you have a great song in your hands, because song structure is cool. It's not a bad song at all.
Also, Helios, I think a lot of people relate to that 100%. You're not alone.
Definitely. Yep. And I've had clients that I sent them a mix, and they're like, hey, can you turn down my vocal? And I was like, I think it sounds really good where it's at. And they're like, nah, dude, turn it down. A little bit of like, demoitis, you know what I mean? And they're like, nah, I'm used to hearing my vocal a certain way. We turned it down. They started sending it out to all these other people. And every person that they ever sent it to said, hey, your vocal's a little bit quiet. You should definitely turn it up. They're like, fuck, so you gotta find the balance of being comfortable in your own skin, being comfortable with your voice, hearing it with clarity for the first time is a journey too. So let me skip into this last part here. But my biggest tip, which is an annoying tip, would be to re-record and control your environment. Go to a closet, open a door, put a blanket up, hold a blanket over your head. You'll be in a much better spot for sure.
Understand it. We looking
What's up, Kai?
God, asking what it is he's planning. Sometimes we get an answer, we still don't understand it. My greatest fear is learning that we'll never comprehend it. Fuck.
I love this little pocket right here. This is sick. You got a cool voice.
The problem is some of you will never move forward because
I love this part.
grip.
Awesome, Shorty. Love that attitude.
100%. And if this was how do you even? Oh, no worries, Timo. I got you. Let me get you up in the 10 too. If there was a lot of other issues that you like needed to fix, then I would probably be like, put this record out, get a decent mix on it, and you'd be ready to go. But honestly, like your performance is cool. Your like vocal structure is unique. The song feels special. It feels like it's got some cool movement to it, which is why I'm like, okay, re-record it because I feel like this song is worth getting right and then going to a studio, or then like taking it to a great engineer. Like I think you said your brother or friend, right? That's a great engineer. Send it to them once it's already solid. Beautiful, dude. I love it. Yeah, you're on the right track, 100%. You're also having to gate more because of the environmental stuff too. So you can hear the, like that little stopping of the vocal after each line that makes it feel a little bit choppier. You're having to gate just a little bit more because of the noise issues and stuff like that.
I'm excited.
If you can switch some of that up, bro, you're good. Let's go, Helios. This is tight. Make this come to life, man. Come on. Sick.
Fear has kept you down. Fear has kept you from doing anything. But my assignment is to try to preach and declare to you that you don't run away from the fear. You always run in the direction of your fears.
Okay, I got you, Timu. I'll switch out the name on the board. I appreciate that. That's love. Thank you for that. Shout out to Timu.
Yeah, big shout out.
Always comes from the
I do
devil.
look forward to hearing your music too one day. But
Definitely.
It's really big love of you.
You can also hit ! website and it'll pull up obsidiankey.com as well. Man, y'all show some love. I'm a fan. I'm a fan, Shorty B. You're really talented. You got good lyric structure. You have a unique song structure as well. I think you're doing a lot of things really well, which is why I think the environment matters more than anything. That way it's reflected, right? Like the emotion that you're singing with, you feel it. It punches through. And it's crazy how much your environment can dictate that. You know what I mean? Like you could have the craziest vocals and then be dealing with some like annoying phase issues that take all of the life out of your vocal structure, right? And this is so frustrating. So I do think that if you can get that performance locked in, your environment just even a little bit cleaner. I'm not saying go into a studio, even like you said, you have access to it. Fantastic. Record in a closet, go to your car. You know what I mean? Like do what you have to do, get a really tight performance on there. And I think the rest will kind of take care of itself, man. You're super talented. Show some love to Shorty B. Okay.
Yeah, big shout out.
Big
Shorty.
shout out. Go to my link tree, click on Track Talk. You'll see the steps there. Not yet, Nathan. I'm working on it.
Let us know if you have a Spotify because we always do like to give feedback on that. But one little tip that I have for you to level up your link tree is to actually get all of your social platforms, so YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, X, that are taking up your prime real estate spots into icons. And the way that you do that is you go into the Linktree settings and then you scroll down to social icons and you can just plug in all of those platforms right there, and that'll make it so that it's just really clean, cohesive. People already go to Linktrees looking or knowing to look for those little icons for the social media, and then it leaves your prime real estate links open for the like latest things that you want to promote, which I do see you promoting some tracks on here. If you ever do longer form content on YouTube, stuff like that, it's going to be very helpful to put a preview of that at the top of your link tree. Stuff like that just makes it look more professional and cleaned up a bit. So if you want to show an example of that.
Definitely.
And then let's see. Did you say you have a Spotify?
He did say Uplat, so
yeah, let's
look up Shorty Be Okay. And then I'll switch it over on.
Yeah, of course, Shorty. We got you.
Shorty Be Okay. Boom.
Awesome.
And then we switch Spotify so y'all can see
Found
it
your
there.
Spotify.
I know the chat
Okay.
kind of covers it, but whatever, you can get an idea. You want to close out the live that right there at the top right.
Oh yeah.
That way you can see a little bit more on. And then Shorty, you're on. Oh, you're on TikTok.
So this is how it looks. If you do those icons, you can either put them at the bottom or the top. We always recommend top because you want it to be as easy as possible for people to get to.
And quick note on that, people like tell people what to do, guide people. So like you'll notice that like on all of like my stuff here, it's like tap an icon if you want to connect with me. You know what I mean? It's like make it easy. Like Track Talk submission, see the line, stream Torvik, visit our website. Like make it as
like really utilizing
possible.
Linktree to be and look more like a professional landing page to where people are like, oh, this almost looks like a website, like it fits the vibe, it has the aesthetic you're going for, stuff like that. Also, I'm sure you've heard us talk about this, Shorty B, but if you do want to develop or do some more self-discovery in the vein of trying to figure out what you want your aesthetic to be as far as your branding goes for your artistry, I highly recommend Pinterest. I hope that you've heard us talk about that so that I don't have to go all into it. But if I do have to go all into it, I don't mind. It's just the chat in my mind because I always talk about it.
Pinterest and Melodyne are two favorite topics.
This is just an example of a board that I came up with based off of somebody's Pinterest, but I wouldn't have been able to do this had they not had Pinterest. So that's just an example, guys, of like what kind of branding can be developed from your Pinterest boards. Oh yay, Shorty, I'm so glad. I figured you had because I know you've been hopping in. But yeah, that's one of our artists, Santo. He's awesome. If y'all haven't heard him, his music is incredible.
Yeah, he's a beast.
But that's just an example of like how branding can be developed from a Pinterest board and why Pinterest can honestly be so handy and helpful in that space. But yeah, so we do have some quick tips on your Spotify.
And the Spotify's pulled up on Twitch if anyone wants to see it too.
So we tend to recommend like some kind of closer up photo for your profile photo if you are gonna have, especially if you are only going to have a profile photo. Just something a little closer up. Doesn't have to be full face on, but you could always do like at least a profile, but something of yourself, something that can like, you're the artist. So people want to connect the artist to a face. And then some kind of banner photo. So the order I definitely recommend going in is Pinterest so that you can develop the branding. The branding will be the foundation. And then you develop all of your platforms, get them in a good spot, and then marketing goes on top of all of that. So once you have all that stuff established, all you have to do is create. It's like the fun stuff, right? It's like all you have to do is create the awesome music and then market it. But it's standing on this solid foundation of like a really good, professional, and cohesive brand, and everything's really professional. So yeah. Once you have some kind of idea of what your brand is, getting some kind of banner up there that is in the aesthetic that you're going for. And even if you guys already have music out and you're kind of in this in-between spot of like, okay, I actually do want to do the branding thing. I need to do that. I jumped the gun. I released music and I don't actually have a cohesive brand yet. You can still get something up there in the meantime. Which is what we would recommend. Leaving it blank is not ever really ideal at all. So get something up there, even in the midst of you figuring out what you want your official brand to look like. And then the other thing that is super important that we always recommend, like if you have a single song out, this should be filled out, period, is the description in the about section on your Spotify. So that should be at least like bare minimum 150 characters for their algorithms, but ideally somewhere more like 800 to 900 to even 1,000 characters. In that, you just want to make sure to put like some keywords in there, location, you know, what artists you're inspired by, what kind of music you make, stuff like that. And that's going to be really good for SEO. But yeah, those are just some quick tips. Of course, you guys know if you ever need a longer form consultation or you need any of our services, you know where to find us. And we would be so happy to help you guys. But
absolutely,
I feel like those are some quick practical steps that you can literally work on today, and it will just help you level up.
Just to kickstart. Yeah, man, show some love. I'm super excited for your future, man. Shorty B, okay. You're talented. You're a good writer. You've got a really, really good structure to what you're doing. So I'm
lots of talent there.
I'm super excited for your future in music, especially because you have access to people who know what they're doing too. Not even just me and us, but I mean, like I think you said your brother, right? Who's a like licensed engineer and all this stuff. So
in
accredited
the community,
engineer.
Guys, if you aren't a part of the Discord, definitely tap in at the Discord.
100%.
It's a really good, valuable community.
If you're on Twitch, you can hit !Discord. It'll pop up right there for you as well. Quick reminder just to follow us over on Twitch as well. It is our main platform. Of course, we're here on TikTok. You can hear and see everything that we're doing. But definitely make sure that you're following over on Twitch, especially if you want to see the line, you want to see Pro Tools, you want to have all the access to those links.
Thanks for being patient and continuing to hop in. We really value.
I was like, you're here early. Let's see if we can get you in quick. So I appreciate you hopping in the way you did. Let's keep it going. We've got Helios and Snow up next. A quick reminder, if you want to submit, Baby Chino, welcome in, baby. How you feeling? If you want to submit, go to my profile, go to the website and click on Track Talk. You'll see the details right there. If you are on, he's on it, man. If you are on Twitch, say !Submit, and you will see the link pop up right there for you. It also just floats into the chat every 20 minutes. So make sure you are over on Twitch. If you want to see the line, which I encourage you to do as well, so you know where you're at, the order, the minimum, stuff like that, then go to my profile and click on See the Line. As simple as that. All right, let's run it. Let's keep it going. We've got Edmund's Diner first. Edmund's Diner, another storytelling track about a heist at a diner called Edmund's. Give me all the goodies you hear. Torvik. Snow's track produced by you. And then we're going to go back to back with these. So then we've got Celestial Tides. I like that. My first real vocal piece, Nervous AF, a song I wrote for Snow on the theme of finding each other across the cosmos and always following her into other timelines. Same thing. Let's go. Let's go. I love it, man. I'm excited to get into it. Seth B, go to my profile, Linktree, click on Track Talk. You'll see the steps there. Click on See the Line if you want to see kind of where everything's at. Sarah P, welcome in. Originally a joke song turned dark goth vibe. Let's go. Let's go. All right. Let's see. I have these downloaded already. So let's go Edmund's Diner first, right?
Something bad's gonna happen here.
Let's go.
Do you see it? Can you feel it?
It was a joke track at first. That's kind of cool.
Was this all tracked at the retreat too? Go to my Linktree and click on Track Talk. I love that low bass, Helios. Nasty.
Do you see it? Can you feel it?
I imagine this over like an anime scene or something like that. That is the visual that you're talking about.
Yes, a gun. It's a dark day. Dark day, it means everyone run. Dark day. Maybe you should run. Maybe you should run. Everyone run. He has a gun. It's a dark day. He's coming to get you. It's someone's here.
This last like production structure does drag on a little bit.
You should
Just under 4 minutes. Yeah. Let's go. Let's go. Y'all show some love. Rage of Helios on the production. Ever Snow on the vocals. Yeah. That's my instinct, personally speaking, right? And again, other people might like the length of it and stuff like that. But it does. Welcome in, Kaysen. It does feel like it drags, just mainly in like this last pocket. I think largely because you're hearing the same dun, 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 dun,
Yeah, Kason, we got you.
dun, 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 dun. Like all of that structure right there, which again, I love that bass. I love the production structure and stuff like that. But it feels like it gets a little bit repetitive, especially in like the last 45 seconds. I think if you trim some of that down, I think you'll be in a spot that feels like a little bit tighter, a little bit cleaner. Do you want me to go? Let me run through this one really quick because it's gonna be quick, and then I'll
And
run
this
to the
might
second
be
one.
different than the other one.
Yeah, right. So I was like, this is gonna be slightly different structure. Okay, so let me run through this real quick. Main thing that I'm paying attention to. Think of about there. Yeah, that's my intuition as
This
well.
was definitely unique.
Yeah,
I feel like the thing that stands out to me is some of the stuff that feels like it should be more background is a bit loud.
yeah. I feel like I was about to say the exact same thing.
Like it's competing with the main vocal.
Yeah,
for sure.
some of the background. So you have basically two vocal layers, more probably, but two vocal layers where like one is tuned at the forefront a little bit more, and then
Hey!
Cuff!
Cuff, thank you so
Dude!
much. That was
Thank you for the
amazing.
galaxy, bro. Thank you, dude. I appreciate
Love
you so
that.
much, bro. Thank you for the love, man. Yeah. So
How's
like
dad life going?
couple layers there, right? So tuned forefront layer, untuned background layer. The untuned background layer steps on the toes
Hey,
of the
DRMC,
forefront
good to see
layer
you.
just a little bit. I think it probably just needs to come back by 2 dB and maybe even be filtered a little bit, maybe chorus it a little bit. Just, yeah, separate it from the lead a little bit because it basically just sounds like two of the same thing, but one's untuned, right? And then one's there, and they're both kind of right in a pretty similar spot. So it just sounds like one is an unprocessed version of the other, as opposed to a differently processed version of the
Yay,
other.
Cuff. I'm so happy to hear that.
So
For those of you
glad,
that don't
man.
know, send some congratulations to Cuff here in the chat on TikTok. He just had a baby recently, he and his wife.
100%, man. 100%. Congrats, man. Congrats. All right, let's get it. Let's
So
get into it real
exciting.
quick. Yo!
Oh my gosh, what the heck? That's like the best
Dude!
gift we've ever gotten.
Cuff, the
maybe. I don't
level
know.
set-
but
man!
It's so nice.
Bro!
That was super cool.
Shout out to Cuff, bro.
See, okay, that's the thing that we end up missing over on Twitch
Yep.
is the little animations. for
I know.
this.
TikTok has that. TikTok has it down. Cuff, dude. Thank you.
So
Thank you.
amazing.
Thank you for the
Thank
love,
you
bro.
so much. That was so
Appreciate you,
sweet.
man. I appreciate you so
Happy
much.
Valentine's Eve to you and your family. Your cute
Absolutely.
family.
Absolutely, man. We love you so much, man. Appreciate you. All right, let me get into the first verse here.
Something's wrong in here.
Like this is very visual, you know what I mean? Like this has a really, really visual structure, which is why it would be so dope to work with animators, to work with game highlights and like stuff like that, because this is a very like you have a distinct concept for like what you're writing about and what the whole structure is, and then you've attached melody and song to it. If you tighten that up and it feels cohesive, you're gonna be in a good spot.
It's money
Oh,
gun.
Cuff, thank you for the money gun, bro. Thank you so much.
Cuff's going
man.
hard. You're the best. dude.
Going crazy,
We
bro.
appreciate you so much.
All love from here, man.
Someone's here to
like all here, it sounds pretty clean, right? Because you haven't had some of the other layers to step on it. It's more like the whisper tracks, right? And the fry and stuff like that. So this is a bit more cohesive. So like this background layer here, I feel like I'd probably, because it's not an important part of the lyric structure, it's a repetition of something else. I would almost like have that like bit crushed and filtered in the background. So you have, you're not a bad guy at the front of the mix. Then you have, you're not a bad guy. You know, like some like kind of weird, eerie, siren-y thing in the
Hi,
background.
welcome in. Everything is at the link tree.
But it's kind of its own creature back there. You know what I mean? As opposed to it being like just a flip of the other vocal with a different thing. Just this is of course stylistic. That's just something I would do. But you know, maybe revisit that and see if there's any way that you can change kind of the perspective on it so it doesn't just sound like an unworked version of the other lyric that was just there. Yo, Cuff,
Going
bro!
crazy.
With
That
the
one was
night
sick.
star and the Lars glasses. Yo, I
Someone
went like this, I was
screenshot that.
yo. Bro, that's
That was perfect
crazy.
for Valentine's.
Dude, thank you so much,
We're
man.
in the Valentine's vibes, guys. I got my
Valentine's
granny
vibes,
sweater
man.
on.
I put on my favorite basic
I mean, I
red
guess
tee.
it's not really granny. Like, what kind of granny wears a crop sweater? But, you know, it feels like it with my brooch and shit.
Yo,
Oh,
Cuff,
shit.
what do you even? I don't even know what to hit over here. I'm changing
Hit
angles.
all of 'em, hit all of 'em.
I'm changing angles. No, that's the sad music.
And Twitch is just
Yo,
like, what?
Twitch is
Twitch
going
is like,
crazy.
cricket.
It's Truck Month for Cuff Malone. Bro, I appreciate you so much, man. Yo, with the glasses too, dude.
Yo,
You're
so
going
sick.
crazy, man.
1 second.
Going crazy. Hit enter and then. Yo, what is that?
Just
Blow
do that.
bubbles? Bro, you're going so crazy, man. Dude, thank you so much for the
You're
love,
the
man.
best.
Thank you for the love, man. Come on, bro.
It's so fun, guys.
That is the unique thing with TikTok.
It's so fun.
That's the unique thing with TikTok. Man, show some love to Cuff. If you're not already, thank you for the hat and mustache. Oh, we both got one.
Yo,
We both
howdy.
got a hat and
We also
mustache.
got the glasses. together.
Man, thank you so
well,
much,
you
bro.
got the cute heart ones, but
That's true. I
thank
snagged
you,
him.
thank you, thank
I
you,
snagged
thank
him,
you,
bro. Thank you for the
so
love, bro.
much.
Appreciate it.
We love you.
So yeah, slight reprocessing on those vocals there. Let me skip forward a little bit. That happens a couple times, so just revisit that track and kind of how it presents itself in the mix. See, I don't like it, or don't like it. I don't mind it when it's like the whisper kind of behind it too. That fits a little bit better. I think it's just reprocessing the clear ones to where they feel a bit more distinct. And it's also, I mean, it's a lot of hanging on that low C sharp. Excuse me, that low C sharp right there. And I think that might be why, partially, that it will start to feel monotonous because it's the same. For the 4 minutes or so that it is. So you can kind of revisit optimizing the dynamic range a little bit.
Yeah, and the structure. I feel like
make some small
like the last
changes.
two y'all sent have that structure there.
Yeah.
And then this one is lacking a bit of that structure. So I feel like this definitely has potential.
Definitely.
In that same way though, where y'all can just restructure a few things and it will be like, okay, this is like a more marketable song that goes with the other ones.
Yep.
Type of thing.
Let me. I completely agree, Snow. Let me hear this. So like when it breaks down here, I would like maybe take out all the drums. Just go down to.
Somebody take videos of these. Like, I really wish that these were saved.
Bro.
Like our Twitch streams are saved on YouTube and on Twitch for 2 weeks,
Cuff.
so we could clip it. But TikTok
Motherfucking
we don't.
Malone.
Or can we? Can we
Nah,
get
I don't
it?
think so. It
Dang.
doesn't save like the chat and stuff. It might.
So freaking cool,
so
Cuff.
kind, man. Thank you for your generosity, man. I appreciate you. Yeah. So this breakdown here, like maybe pull all of the drums. And just go.
Thank you.
And just go straight down into. Whoops. like kind of like into those like flowy vocals right there. All the drums are gone, and you could even just hold on the C sharp and not move from it. No chord movement, so it just doesn't match, right? Just change the dynamics a little bit more. Would just be an interesting way. Cuff with another galaxy, bro.
Cuff going so crazy.
Thank you,
Best
man,
Valentine's gift ever. Thank
I
you so
appreciate
much.
it so much, man. All love to you and your family. Yeah,
Yeah.
a big change dynamically there. I think would be beneficial, and then that will make for one just the structure a little bit more engaging, a little bit more interesting, and then
So amazing, Snow. So sweet.
so like even after like 2:45, I'll be honest, even like after you hit this last little structure right here, and the drums come back in, they kind of just come back in order for you to keep doing the free flowing stuff. But it's not like necessarily beneficial to like the structure. It's just like more ad libs till the end of the song, till the beat stops. I would almost, I wouldn't mind if you just kind of closed it right there. So you,
But still with that outro, because there's
Yeah.
some elements in that outro that are really cool.
yeah, like this stuff. All this.
I like those unique production
Yeah.
elements for sure.
And then like, it like cuts right there or something like that. I'm going to skip to what the elements are in the end. That saves you a minute 10. A minute 10 plus gives you more dynamic range, right? So let me hear the outro real quick. Because you're kind of repeating the dark days. Like, it's a bit more ad lib. So I think if you'd like go from that breakdown, get all the sound design, because the sound design is part of what makes it really interesting to me, like the Foley stuff, the pew pew. Don't know what I can say on TikTok. The pew pew and like the metal and the glass breaking and all of that stuff. That is a good bookend to the song because you have the visuals, you have the lyrics, you have the energy, and then you save a minute, like a minute 10. Now you're at 2:45. It's like punchy, it's dynamic, it's not dragged on. Because what's crazy is you could have a super impactful first 2 minutes, and the last 2 minutes can make the whole song feel boring because of things being dragged out, right? Instead of it just being 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes of, hit you in the face, powerful music. And then it almost cuts early even. And you're like, oh, I want to hear it again. That was so weird. It was so interesting. It was so intriguing of a story. People want to go back through it. If it stretches on, then even the powerful stuff will feel dragged out because your brain is just like, this song goes long. So it's crazy how like the last 30, 45 seconds can make the whole thing feel like a completely different animal. This is song.
I mean, there's a place for it.
Yeah. This is song by song. I was going to say the exact same thing here.
I think it would be cool if the melody could be restructured a bit where there are some lower dynamics in
Sure.
there. Or if you don't want to restructure it at all, another thing you could do is add a lower vocal
Yeah. Like the
track
Mm-hmm.
to it.
Just like the,
You
even
know,
like
just add another layer in
a
there.
melodyne low octave or something. We do da, 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 instead of it da, always up in that range for the whole song. Small little additions like that I think could go a long ways. Man, show some love. Let's go straight into the other one and we can kind of break down holistically if there's anything else. But yeah, I think small reworkings of the structures and the layering and the dynamic range would be the things that I would focus the most on. This is Celestial Tides
Helios is all, oh man.
by Helios, the man, the
Let's
myth,
go.
the legend.
Let's go.
Let's go. So
Oh
this
man, here we go.
is, I don't think I've heard any of this, right? It has a sense I'm already in
Ready.
love. Let's get into it.
It's a cool name, Celestial Tides. I like
Soda
that.
Wish, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it.
Drifting through the void, I hear your name. A whisper carved in stardust, burning flame.
Let's go, Helios.
I know.
Gravity collapses, pull me near.
Yeah, Sweato. Just one right now.
Fading through the years.
Let's go, man. What's up, Testament? Yeah, you're right there. You're the second one. Damn, Helios. Yeah, you're up there. Love hearing more of your range, Helios. It's reminding me of like old Amberlin a little bit. I don't know if anyone ever listened to them. I still listen to
Yeah, I
them.
remember.
Kind of chorused rock vocal.
Nebula hands trace across my skin.
What's up, Milk? Love it.
Galaxies unravel, yet I breathe you in.
I need to go back and listen to them. Their early albums were good.
Sing to me in wavelengths. Love without
Welcome in. All the info is at the link tree in Torvik's bio.
Love the processing on those backgrounds. And you produce all this too, I'm assuming, right? I think you said that.
keeps me warm. The sound of yours keeps me warm. The weight of time, it bends and breaks. I chase the echoes of love we create. Through the cosmic tide, I'm falling
Helios, this is nice.
supernova side. I'm swirling into you. No space or time can never take me from you. I'll follow
I know
No,
the,
you're good.
I know the feeling,
You're
bro.
good.
Let's go, Kason. I'm proud of you too, man. I'm proud of you too. You're killing it. And you know I love the combination of the synths in there too. And let me know who just sent that 10 so I can connect it to the right name. I got you too.
collapsing into you. No escape, no regret. Bound in
Hey.
the dark where our fates have been set. Sing me to sleep in the silence we found.
Jazz, got you.
Got you.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, welcome in. Happy to have you.
Through the cosmic tide, I'm falling to
Got you on the list. Appreciate you.
nova side.
Snow is so in love.
I'm swirling into you. No space or time.
Yeah, well, I can hear that.
Yep.
There's a lot of cool influences here.
I'll follow you.
Proof that good things come when you make yourself uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
When you force yourself into the uncomfortable, good things
Yep.
stem from it. Super, super cool.
I love that sequence on the, man, I love that sequence at the end there. Caddy, welcome in.
Hey, Caddy. Good to
Welcome
see
in.
you.
How are you doing today?
It's always better when you're able to make it.
Show some love. That is Celestial Tides by the family. Tony, thank you for the follow. By the family. There's a little bit of Ever Snow in there too, right? I think I heard some
I feel like I
early
heard
on.
at the beginning.
Yeah, at the beginning, there was a little ethereal Ever Snow vocals in there.
Mhm.
But Helios,
Nice.
man, I'm loving. I mean, both of y'all really over these tracks. Hearing y'all step out of your shell, come into your own
Okay.
vocal, and improve on the start and the end. Okay, cool. And just improve on your vocal
Your
technique, your
craft,
vocal
yeah,
execution.
everything that you're doing, you're
makes me
making
so happy.
major improvements. Yeah.
Makes me so happy. Okay, a couple things we'll listen for. Jay, appreciate you hopping in. Let's run it back from the top. Let's get into it. Love this here. Do you have any tracked electrics in here? Do you have any tracked electrics in here? There's two things I'm listening for. Doing pretty good.
Yeah. I hope you're doing a bit
Everything's
better,
programmed?
Patty.
I personally would open up digital production on the verses, double track rhythm. You have some synth leads, which I love, and your vocal is great. Personally speaking, the only thing that I feel like I'm missing is like the weight of the hook. Powerhouse vocal, big program drums, great sequences on the synths. I'm missing like that low mid heaviness that I think would just take this over the top. That's kind of what I'm listening for. But honestly, man, it's really, really cool. I love it. I love it, Snow. Of course, that's stylistic.
That's so sweet, Snow. I like that.
Like, leave this digital, leave it open. Backgrounds are beautiful.
Yeah, I love those background vocals. I was just gonna say.
Beautiful. I wouldn't classify it as an instrument just because it takes outside reverberation for it to make it happen. Like it takes a source signal in order to make it happen. So I wouldn't classify it as one, but it can kind of be used as one in a mix. But I wouldn't necessarily classify it as one.
More like an effect.
So right here, because you're essentially coming from your like pre-hook sound design into your hook, nothing really changes outside of like going from like the tom to like an open crash, right? But your sound design of the bass and the synths and stuff is largely the same.
Oh, I didn't get that as a joke.
Yeah, I might have missed another part of it or something in the chat.
Alex, all the info is at the link tree.
See, even that, I'll do something just to kind of show you what I'm talking about,
Welcome
and then
in.
we'll
Happy
move
to have
on,
you.
because this is kind of the only thing that I'm listening for, that I'm looking for. I'm just gonna throw on the worst sounding guitar you've ever heard, just so you get the idea. Hold up. You know, where did focus expand to? Oh, maybe they moved it for some reason. Nope, it doesn't exist there. Yay. Okay, well, that's not going to happen because I'm running into all kinds of issues. That's fun. Regardless, having a really powerful rhythm guitar in the structure, adding some guitars, yeah, I would do double track rhythm. I wouldn't worry too much about leads because you already are taking up a lot of that space with synths in your vocal, but just a powerhouse, you know, rhythm guitar on both sides, I think would wake up the hook like crazy. Let me just skip into the outro because that to me is like the main thing. Real quick on the vocal, every once in a while, you're doing a freaking phenomenal job of just of building out your vocal structure. So proud
Yeah.
of the work you're putting in, man. So I'll always
I'm so proud too. I'm proud of both of you.
seriously.
Always.
All I ever want to do is just like give you the next little thing, right? The next little nugget to help polish it and stuff like that. Because dude, you're crushing it. So you're doing so many things right. Every once in a while, the scoop into your notes, right there. What will happen is the low will be tuned, right? And so Melodyne will catch it and like put it on a note, and Auto-Tune will put it down there. So sometimes like the scoop into your vocal will kind of sound off key as opposed to just hitting the note and just like naturally floating there. So be careful of that. Sometimes that's sometimes on the vocal performance side of scooping into the note naturally as you kind of try to find the note in the verse or on the hook and stuff like that. And then the other part of that is the tuning structure and making sure that if it does scoop too low that you like pop it up a couple notes so it's not as obvious. You know, there's some technique to it. Every once in a while you get that
You're the best.
and it
No.
kind of it swings up just a little bit. So just something to revisit, something to look at. Next little nugget to kind of take care of. And this also comes down to knowing your voice. Some people's voice will do that. Some people's won't. It's a technique that can be used strategically. It's a stylistic choice. So I think it's just something to kind of like learn about your voice. It's okay. I tend to scoop into the higher notes. So how can I make sure that that's not too caught by the tuning, or try to perform it more strict? Just something that as you perform more and more and more, you'll get used to how your vocal responds, how it responds to tuning and stuff like that. And you'll just become more familiar with how you need to process it and stuff like that. There's not really right or wrong answers to that, but the more you're aware of it, the more you can start to catch some of those details. All right, last 30 seconds.
Through the cosmic tide, I'm falling to a supernova side.
I'm loving that melody, bro. That's really, really good.
It's got like a late 90s, early 2000s nostalgia to it, and I really like it.
I'm liking it
it's
a lot.
Cool vocal.
Y'all are doing so many things at
And
such
Chick, welcome
a
in. Everything is at the link tree.
massive difference in quality over the last couple months. So excited for y'all.
I'm
Snow's killing it, helping us out major.
no space or time.
That right there, that's what really makes it sound like Amberlin. No space or time. It's the kind of like deep.
There's a specific band I'm thinking of that's even older than them, and I can't think. Right
Oh
now.
yeah, I might be
It'll
thinking of
probably
something
come to
else
me.
too. But it's like this heavy vocal with like that little bit of like chorus and nasality too that just works.
It's
It
cool.
feels really. It's kind of what Disturbed is able to do, where like he can have obviously like a really powerful, crazy guttural scream, but then also have this like almost operatic vocal.
I was gonna say it's a really versatile vocal because
Yeah.
you did Phantom of the Opera, and honestly, it sounded like it fit, and then
Yeah.
it fits with this.
Yeah,
So
like-
it's really, really cool.
The more you get in like control of that, bro, both of y'all, like there's so many
Mhm.
things like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
The
yeah.
more you know your voice as an instrument, the more I feel like y'all can just shine. So I'm super excited for y'all.
The side, I'm swirling into you. No space or time can never take me from you. I'll follow you, illuminated blue.
So cool, you guys. I love how you're able
Fire.
to support each other.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love
Really
it.
special getting
Man,
to
it's
do
so
music with your significant other.
Y'all get me hyped because I see y'all improving so much. It just nothing makes me happier. Y'all are amazing.
I'm
just
excited.
good people. Show some love to the family, y'all.
I'm just ready to get y'all some like really professional branding. Y'all already know.
Yeah. I just feel like
But I know that also comes, like a lot of people want to hone in on their music first, and we 100% respect that, and that is what we would recommend doing.
Yeah,
Like
definitely.
perfect and just really hone in your craft first, and then work on the other stuff. The only time I would say like definitely work on your branding now is if you're like, no, this is getting put out.
Yeah, right. Like now.
Yeah.
Y'all are doing so many things right. I'm seeing y'all improve. I'm seeing y'all collaborate in a way that's really cool. So excited. Yep. Yeah.
Nice.
Amazing,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Super proud of y'all, man. If you if you don't know the family already, please tap in with Rage of Helios, Ever Snow. That's the family right there. We love y'all to death. Y'all are amazing. So definitely go support them. Show them some love and support. They do have some music out. I know some things are being redone and rearranged and stuff like that. So definitely just stay in touch with them, man.
Love you guys. We'll hop
Yeah.
in tonight into your live.
Yeah.
100%.
What time, Helios, are y'all hopping on? Let me know. I'll do my best to hop in there for a bit. Show some
Branding
love,
to
man.
push before music video is released. Nice. Yes.
Perfect.
Just making sure the Spotify is completely in order. The
'Kay.
YouTube is in order. 7:30. Nice.
Perfect.
Okay.
Got you. Should be there. All right, we got Kaysen in the building. If you want to submit, go to my profile, go to the website, click on Track Talk. You'll see both steps. If you're on Twitch, hit !submit. If you want to get yourself on the board for a 20-minute consultation on the structure of your mix, production, sound design, branding, aesthetic,
Helios
image,
goes live. We're gonna hop into his live. Show love and support.
we're going to ride. I don't even know what that means still, but all right, let's, is it Funkay by Kaysen? Is that the right track? I think that's the most recent one that I have on here.
Fun K.
Absolutely, Snow. Absolutely.
Yay! I'm excited to hear. I'm excited to hear how it progresses. Yeah, Yes, anytime anyone in the family goes live, we gotta hop in to support whenever we can. See y'all tonight. Okay, sounds good. Love you guys. Lean on me. That's what that sounded like.
Alright, I'm not seeing Kason right now.
Okay, yeah.
I see
maybe.
Suero. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Suero.
Is it OD? I don't want to say the name fully because TikTok doesn't like stuff like that. But let me know if that is the name that you want up. Perfect. All right. This is Suero. This is I'll say OD. That's like the same thing. They might
Is that
block
that
that
one
too.
actress?
Wednesday. That's Nora's. I can't think of her name.
think of her name right
That's
now.
Nora's Wednesday. All right, let's get into it. This is OD by Suero. Let's get into it, man. I'm excited. Give me some details. Talk to me about the production and the mix. Let's get into it. Hey, Mackenzie. Thank you for the heart. We appreciate it. Nice.
Body too OD. Thinking about what you could do for me. Tempted to touch it, but I love what I see. You got two sides like Chanel CC. You look good on your own. You look better with me. Just
Jenna
tell me what you
Ortega. There you
want.
go.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
They can't match what you
Hey,
want.
thank you so much.
Love your salt to the
I'm like, I
T.
didn't know you could use
We
these
unique,
for.
we the ones. We who they wanna be.
You can learn this for sure.
When I look at you, it get intensive. Keeping up with me, baby, impressive. Drop it back 'cause your love
That's
is
a Jersey
expensive.
kick.
She obsessed with me, possessive. 20 calls, I get the message. You a 10, we could kick it like Messi.
You too, Mackenzie. Thank you so much.
When you look at me, you get intensive. You a 10, but I'm calling you sexy. You a 10, we could kick it like Messi. But I'll change your life if you let me, yeah. Body too OD. Thinking about
This
what
is
you could do
BeatStars,
for
YouTube
me.
beat. Where'd you get the production? And then let me know if you mixed it yourself.
Touch it, I love what I see. You got two sides like Chanel CC. You look good on your own. You look better with me. Just tell me what you want. I'm fulfilling your dreams. They can't match what you want. Love your salt to the T. We unique, we the ones. We who they wanna be.
Cool.
How can I send it? How can I send it? Baby, I let him in.
It's okay.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system.
You left me lonely.
All right, man. Show some love. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. That is OD by Suero. Let's get into it, man. I'm excited to dive into this track. Let's get it going. Let's get it going. Let me close this. All right, man. Show some love to the family. It's been a minute, man. I'm excited you're still making music. Let's get into it. This is, it looks
Me
like this
too.
was off
Suero's
of,
OG.
yeah, one of the OGs. This, is
What
it off
was
an
the
OP?
Instagram again? Suero Cash. It's okay, I think.
Yeah, Suero Cash.
Got it.
Go to my profile, click on the link tree, and then click on Track Talk, or you can click on See the Line. That'll send you over to Twitch, and you can hit !submit. All right, let's go over here. Why isn't it pulled up? All right, yeah, but this was off of yeah, it's been a while, man. It's good to see you in here, bro. Looks like off. Okay, off this 5-track EP from 2024. All right, sick. If you like what you hear, go check out the EP as well.
Okay, Kason, we had to run Sweato, but you'll be next.
Yeah, I got you. You're up there. All right, let's run it. Got your retrack.
Body too OD. Thinking about what you could do for me. Tempted to touch it, but I love what I see. You got two sides like Chanel CC.
What's up,
You
retrack?
look good on your own. You look better with
No worries.
me. Just tell me what you want. I'm fulfilling your dreams. They can't match what you want. Love your style to the T. We unique, we the ones. We who they wanna be.
As far as like balance goes in the mix, it's pretty good, right? Like as far as like clarity of the vocal over the top of the production, it's a nice like perceptively simple production, right? So you're mainly hearing piano kick and like a sub bass underneath it and stuff like that. So your vocal floats over it really, really nicely. Only thing that I would love, and again, this song's out, so take this to a future record.
Hey,
Only thing
Retrack.
that I would
Good to see
love to hear would be like an
Did this cut
accent.
out?
No,
Or
you're
it's
on.
good. Oh, it cut out my ears.
Oh, it might be this or something. Would be just accent vocals on your verses. So like when you go into, you kind of have like your verse and then a very quick pre-hook and then your actual hook. I would love to hear that little bit of accenting that keeps your vocal from feeling too lonely, partially because it is a fairly simple production and a really simple vocal because there's some delays and stuff, but the actual structure of the vocal and its layering is very dry, right? So I would love to hear just that little bit of in and out on some of these like last lines leading into your hook.
You look good on your own.
Good on your own, right? Thank you for the follow, Maddie. Appreciate it.
You got two sides like Chanel CC.
DJ Harry, welcome in.
You look
Everything's
good
at
on
the
your
link
own.
tree if you're interested. We'd be happy to have you.
So like this little pocket right here, we have a couple back-to-backs, right?
You got two sides like Chanel CC. You look good on your own. You look better with me. Just tell me what you want. I'm fulfilling your dreams. They can't match what you want.
You know what I mean? Like this, like that little burst of energy. I would have it tasteful. I'd have it pretty quiet. I'd have it probably 60% to the outside, double tracked on either side. That little bit of energy will just keep it from feeling lonely. This is obviously a great way to like quickly track a lead and get a really good structure straight through a song. It's catchy, you got good repetition and good structure, but I definitely feel like you could benefit from the vocal not feeling too lonely, especially if it's a simple production. That way it fills out a little bit more. You get that width in the vocal, or kind of perceived width in the vocal, and a little bit more impact in the mix, especially if you're gonna have like a really laid back, chill vocal structure too. Small details like that will go really, really far to just giving this track a little bit more energy. But honestly, man, like I don't mind a really chill vocal performance as long as it fits the vibe, right? Like if it's a chill
And
song,
I feel like it does here.
yeah, I feel like
It's
it works
cool.
really well. So then it's just doing practical things in the mix and in your vocal production to still make it feel energetic, even if you're performing nonchalant. I think that's kind of the sweet
I
spot.
gotta say, it's got some Drake inspiration. I know people are hating on Drake right now, okay,
For
but
sure.
let's not pretend we all didn't love him
Gotcha.
for so many years,
Yeah,
and I
right.
still do. Okay, so it's great. It's
Yeah.
really good.
Don't act like we weren't all
It's good quality.
The last 15 years weren't all streaming it.
Tell you to get it like Messi. But I'll change your life if you let me.
For real, yeah.
Body too OD. Thinking about what you could do for me. Tempted to touch me, but I love what
I'm like, I know it's touchy right now, guys.
Yeah,
Okay,
I know this
but
is controversial, but we
it's
all
very controversial these days.
Yeah. It's so funny that even is like
I know,
that
right?
both things can't be true. That
Yeah,
Kendrick can't be on top
exactly.
of the world, the better lyricist and all these things or something. And Drake was also.
I don't really like when people feel like they have to take such a
I know,
strong
it's just
stance
funny.
on something that literally doesn't impact or affect them much.
I know.
But
It's
yeah.
like their identity.
You got two sides like Chanel CC. You look good on your own. You look better with me.
Good saturation too. Watch your proximity to the vocal or to your mic just a little bit too. Just because I think you said you were tracked in studio too. Every once in a while you get a bit more plosive energy. Based on what I'm hearing, it feels more like proximity effect, just like you're getting like real close to the mic or something like that. Probably because you have a more of like a whisper tone and a quieter like melodic vocal. So you're probably getting real close to the mic and stuff like that. Just watch the proximity because if you're gonna be performing that closely, you got to have like impeccable breath control. To make sure that you're not getting all those P's and B's and plosives and stuff like that. Happens every once in a while, and it's just one of those few little distinctions in quality that I would just pay attention to. And I'm being pretty picky. It's a clean performance. It's a well-structured production. I don't have really too many complaints. I want to hear support. I want to hear some layering just to give that vocal some impact in the mix. And then just, some technique when it comes to like proximity to the mic and stuff like that, just to keep it clean.
Welcome in, Jason. Happy to have you. All the info is at the link tree if you're interested.
Definitely.
We'd be happy
Just
to
tell
have
me
you.
what you want. I'm fulfilling your dreams. They can't match what you want. Love your style to the T. We unique, we the ones. We who they wanna be. I don't let us. How can I send it? I don't let us. How can I send it? Baby, I let 'em in.
Your call call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system.
Let's go, man. Show some love to Suero, man. Show some love. Yeah, I'm excited for
I like
what you're
that
doing.
transition into the next song. It's cool.
I do like a good, clean, like structured album transition, man. That like reminds me of like 2012 when, you know, the good old days of like a fully cohesive album. Yeah, there's a lot of good things going on here, man. I think just a bit more intention in your recording process could take you a long ways, man. But you're not a bad writer. You've got a good structure. I'm excited for your future, man. Y'all show some love.
Let's talk about your Spotify really quick, and then if you have any questions about your branding or marketing, please feel free to drop them in the chat. We'd be happy to help however it would most benefit you.
Got you, Katie.
As far as your, let's see, is this the main? Oh no, this is the main. There we go. As far as your Spotify goes, getting some kind of banner up there is necessary. I shouldn't even say a good idea.
Yeah.
It's necessary. You got to have it. So just even if
It's
you
the
got to use a
standard.
stock photo for a temporary one or whatever, just make sure it's license free. And you can do that in the meantime until you're able to, you know, create something for yourself or hire someone out. And then I see that you have your Instagram linked. That's where I was able to pull it from. So that's perfect right there. And then another really big thing that is pretty much non-negotiable for Spotify and YouTube as well. Actually, if you are on YouTube, I wasn't able to find your YouTube, so I don't really know if you are on there, but they are laid out very similarly. So basically anything you do on one, you can do with the other. You can literally just copy and paste. But yeah, definitely want to expand that description in the about section on your Spotify profile. You can easily use ChatGPT for stuff like this, guys. You just give it some, you know, facts about yourself, anything you're comfortable putting out there. But locations are really good for SEO. Inspiration is good for SEO. Definitely like listing out specific artists that are bigger, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, what genres you like to tap into, things like that. But you can tell ChatGPT in the prompt specifically to, or Claude or whatever. I gotta throw, you know, Arthur some points for his preference over ChatGPT. But yeah, you can literally just tell it in the prompt to, you know, maximize it for Spotify artist profile, and it will do that.
Kaysen said, Suero, that they do read those all the time. And here's what I'll say on that note is if you think that way about like the smaller details about stuff, you're playing to the audience that isn't in tune with what you're doing. Instead of playing to the audience that will dive in, that will read everything about you, that will stream all of your songs
sure.
and follow you on there. So
You want people to read it, right?
So for the people that are so curious about Suero that they are going down there to read something, those are the people that aren't getting anything. And
Yeah.
those are the people you want to give something.
Exactly. You want the people that will read those because those are the people that are dedicated.
Yeah.
And not only that, even if no one ever reads them, period, it's algorithmic. So it is literally helping Spotify's algorithms find your people because it's like, oh, okay, he's inspired by Drake. Well, Drake has a really big audience, right? So it's going to help those people find you as well.
Got you, Jason.
So even if you think no one reads them, it really doesn't matter. It really comes down to the mechanical logistic side of things.
And think of it as a numbers game too, right? So like even when it comes like, let's say you have 200 monthly listeners, right?
Oh, Drake will always have his listeners. Don't you worry.
Yeah, you're never gonna
He will
see a
always
day
have
where
his
you're never gonna see a day
fans.
where he has 10 million monthly listeners. He'll always have like 50 million plus. No matter what happens. It's like even take like crazy artists that have done some wild shit. It's like totally. They'll still get they still got their audience. It's a numbers game too, right? So if out of 200 monthly listeners that you have right now, 10 people are going to read your thing, 100x that, right? 100x that, and you can push it like crazy. So if you all of a sudden, if you have 200,000 monthly listeners, now we've multiplied that by 1,000, then that's 20,000 people reading it, right? So it's still a lot of depth.
It's also just it's important to have everything professional, guys. Like on our Spotify's and stuff, go to any big artist, they're gonna have a description. They just are. you know.
Talking about their tour that they're on,
They're
their
gonna
last
have
album.
a brand. They're gonna have all of this stuff in order, and that's the thing is,
That.
if you have the music quality and you feel like, damn, I'm really good at this music thing, well, then your brand also better match the quality of the music, or you're not gonna have those followers. It's not going to translate well, you know. So both of those things are very, very important factors.
Definitely.
Almost as important as the music itself, right?
And like
You got to have a good visual representation of what you do sonically. And
very few people can get away nowadays in today's society with being mysterious. It's very, very difficult because we're used to having so much information. We're used to having so much nuance. We know everything that's going on everywhere with everybody.
Yeah, but also give us an example, and then we can break it down a bit easier.
Yeah, Sia could do that starting 20 years ago. You know, Adele and whoever could do that 20 years ago and start by not letting anybody know. Now, one of the few ways you can garner any traction at all is to really expose who you are and talk about your journey. It's very difficult to do nowadays because The Weeknd, same thing, 20 years ago, you know, starting it.
And also, I mean, The Weeknd is like,
we're talking about the biggest artist on the face of the planet here, and it's very difficult to do that at a small scale if you're trying to get people to attach to it. And in the descriptions, it's, you know, that's kind of to each their own. Like I said,
The Weeknd has still done live shows though. He's done promotion in lots of ways that maybe aren't exactly conventional, but he does promotion.
If y'all are on Twitch, hop it over to Twitch, look at The Weeknd's description. The Weeknd's got the longest description of anyone we've heard on here. They're the number 2 artist in the world.
But yeah, it's a really different time, guys, and that is a tricky thing. We always try to think of ways we can get creative for people who don't want to show their face and stuff like that. And they're like, I want to be more mysterious. It's like you're just competing against a really saturated crowd that will show up.
Definitely.
You know, and people want to relate. They want to be able to connect to the person behind the art they're supporting. And so it's just very tricky. It's like, I'm not saying it can't be done. I think that there are ways to get creative, but it's going to be very, very tricky.
Well, and mysterious is a great word for it. You better be mysterious, not shy, right? Like, I think just being shy and not existing, it's very difficult to get exposure. Being genuinely mysterious or have some kind of a character or something like that, I feel like that's a whole other story. But I think a lot of people say they want to be mysterious just because there's maybe a security issue.
Linktree.
Yeah.
Welcome in. Happy to have you. But yeah, so it's a loaded topic, but it's one of those things.
Yeah, you got to kind of figure that out for yourself and be willing to try.
And also, it's you can still have mystery with, like, you know, to some of what you do and the way that you market, but you still better have that professional brand look.
Yeah.
Like, period.
Sleep Token's an example of that.
With
the masks and everything.
Oh yeah. That's a whole different thing. I'm like, okay, well then are you open to masking?
Yeah, I mean, masking and still being wildly charismatic and excellent at music,
so
right?
Sweet,
There's still a lot to it. Man, show some love to Swirl, y'all. Show some love. That's the family, one of the OGs. Let me get away with being completely serious. Local artists tapped in. Yeah, you gotta have you have to have something going for you. You can't like not have great music, not have decent mixes, not have like support from anything, and just be like, well, I don't want anyone to see my face. And then nothing is helping you gain exposure. It's gotta be your charisma. It's gotta be a character that you develop. It's gotta be a mask. It's gotta be, you gotta have something that gets people's attention. Otherwise no one hears you, right? So you just gotta figure out what it is that you're okay with getting attention and then push whatever that thing is. Whether it's a character, it's a mask, it's something else. Something's got to get people's attention, otherwise you're not doing anything. But man, show some love to the family, show some love to Swear. Let's keep it going. We got Jason Wagner in the building. Jason, let's get into your music, man. Hop in the chat, let me know where you're at, and let's get it going.
Hydrate.
Chucky with the hydrate. Let's go. Cheers, mate.
Chucky with the hydrate. Saying Chucky is kind of
Cuff with another money gun, man. Bro, thank you so much for the love, dude. Thank you. Thank you. All right, we've got...
Thanks for the money gun, Cuff. You're the best. You're the best. You're the best.
So we got Jalen. Let me know. Did you send... So that's Jazz. Let me see.
You're a brave soul heading to LA.
Yep. Did you send the email? So I see Jalen. I see a couple other people here. I don't know if I'm seeing your email.
Also, I saw Caden hop in, but I didn't get to see... Did he say anything?
He's
think
on
I
the board.
missed it.
He did get on the board, but it would have been probably.
I think I missed a comment.
How are you guys
Aw,
today?
Hi, Kaden. So sorry. We've been so bad at keeping up with the chat.
Yeah, send it over now. We got you. You're up next. If y'all want to submit, go to my profile, go to the website, and click on Track Talk. You'll follow both of those steps. You'll be ready to go. If you're on Twitch, which I recommend y'all be over there, even if you're chilling on TikTok, you can see the line over there. You can keep it open. Please follow us over there. That's one of our main platforms. You can just hit ! submit in the chat, and the link to submit will always be right there. Add 5 of my credit. Got you, Kason. No. And we'll update a few things. So I think I might put, we might change the line here really quick. Just give me a second to update credit. And then I think it'll be a different order, but just give me 1 sec. Did you take Kason's off of here?
No. It's right there.
And it's only 15. So I think I need to move this over here.
I'm already hungry and shit. I'll be getting hungry at random times.
All right, so Kason's gonna hit. You have 25. Hold on, I'm gonna get confused. I want to make sure I got the right. Got you. Okay, so Jason, I got you. That's a different. No, that's Jason. And then Chase, I got you. Okay, give me a second. I just gotta make sure I get all these in the right order. You have you had 25 total, so I can add 10 to that, and that'll put you next. Otherwise, you're just adding 10 and staying in the same spot. It'll keep you farther from the people behind you. But if you want to add all of your credit, you'll be straight to the top. You'll be next. Let me know if that's what you want, and then I'll get Cranberry up there as well.
Yeah, I guess if you had 5, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, if you had 5, it doesn't matter. But if you had the 10, then okay, got you. That way, that actually moves you up. All right, and then we'll clear that. All right, you're flush as far as credit. All right, so we got Kason, we got Jason, and then I'm going to update the board here in a second once I get this this track going. Of course, got you. I appreciate you. And then we'll get it moving. So Kason,
Same, dude.
All right. Boom. All right. Okay, so it has evolved again. It's got new legs. Well, not really, kind of, whatever. So I found some drums. Don't know if I like them yet. It's not quite there yet, but it's so close. I think, I don't know. I like it. I feel like it shifts like all my music usually does, but you can't tell as much now. Okay, let's get into it. Saxy Anthem. Let's go.
Also, welcome in, guys. Everything is at the link tree in Torvik's profile. We'd be happy to have you. Just make sure to read through all the steps and then check the lineup. We got 5 songs left for today.
Sorry to hear that, Caddy. I appreciate you being here. Got you. Let me get you up there.
Oh, yeah, I hope you feel better, Caddy. I hope it doesn't turn into a migraine, honestly. Migraines are the worst. Awesome, Jason. I think we got it.
Yeah, should be good.
Talk to you soon, Caddy. Love you.
That's different. I like that.
Yeah, that is cool.
Love that synth. What's up, Hand? Ooh, let's go verseless. Love that.
It's free.
The plugin.
Oh,
Not
yeah,
the $3,000 per present. Otherwise, sign me up. Yeah, I like this pocket. Let's go. All right, let's get into it, man. Show some love to Kason Rain. That is the family right there. You can stream Kason Rain, Rayne, on all platforms. They have a instrumental track called Tetrahydra. I would definitely encourage you to go
Kason's
check
a
it
brand
out.
new producer that's absolutely killing it.
Absolutely crushing it. Still new, but just super, super creative, intuitive with their sound. So I'm excited to get into this. Let's run it back from the top. Yeah, we'll listen for some of those same details. I love that last half right there. I love that pocket. It's kind of my jam. It's
I feel like there's something about the first half that's still not like hitting.
I think I just want to hear those on your like intro and first section. My brain just wants to hear the ending drums there.
And it's over, yay, that's it.
Like my brain just wants to hear the 80s drums over the 80s intro and then maybe move a little bit more vibey in the middle of it and then come back to the outro that you have with the 80s stuff and then of course, create the balance that you already need to do. It's not really mixed. But that's kind of what my brain is listening for, but we'll break it down. This does sound way more open. Whatever you did, kind of opening up the stereo there, it does feel a lot nicer. I don't know how much you did, but it sounds way more open. Yeah. It sounds way better. It sounds way more open.
Not bad.
Not at all.
Not bad. Yeah.
I would wash this cymbal a little bit more, like add a reverb to it that's like fully wet. Thank you, Julius, for the follow. Appreciate it. Like a reverb to it that's like fully wet, just to like wash it and give it some depth. Put it in the background a little bit more.
It's sounding a bit digital right now.
Yeah, it's like a little too right at the forefront of the mix. It's up to you, Julius. Go to my profile and click on see the lines. You can see where the line's at, but you could go next, but it's completely up to you.
Yeah, just make sure to read through all the steps if you're new, guys. Welcome in. Happy to have you. Welcome to the Vibe Tribe.
Yes, yeah, it's just kind of there right now. You could kind of tuck it and process it to kind of fit it in. 100% agree. I love bringing back in some of the sax samples and stuff, though. That's nice.
Me too.
Okay, I'm chopping around as you can hear. I'm chopping around here a little bit, trying to find.
Chopping around is so
chopping
funny.
around here a little bit, trying to find
What
my.
does that mean?
Let's go, hand. I like that.
Yes, hand.
Kind of finding
Jason's
my
got a
bearings
gift.
with the changes. I think, in my opinion, that this song needs to be like bookended by those drums. Otherwise, even the chill switches that are happening throughout the course of the song, it's like they almost become less impactful because it's just chill to chill switch kind of back and forth. And I think when you have like one or two of those in a track, it can work really well because people are like, ooh, now we're in kind of a different vibe. But there's something about, I think, having the intro without the snares. So you have like this. You have this. You have this. You have this.
Right.
There. So there's like 4 or 5 like different drum breakdowns, and it's almost like too much of a good thing. Maybe pull one of them. But I think one way that you can mitigate it feeling like it's like switching too much without a lot of impact to the switch, right? Like I think in my opinion, like when it switches, you want people to be like, oh shit, we're doing something different now, let's go, without it being too dramatic. Kind of there's a sweet spot like we've talked about. And I feel like if it's too many switches just switching without a lot of like dynamic change or like enough of it, like it's still an R&B snare, it's just a different R&B snare, or it's like still trap hi-hats. It's just different trap hi-hats.
Or is there a way to keep the same drum sample through it where it just like works, staying steady?
The hard
Not
part.
through the whole thing.
Yeah.
But maybe like just a couple times or
Mhm.
something.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah,
And that's where you have to like follow your intuition too.
exactly.
So in my brain, I would put these big drums in the beginning.
Right.
Those same ones, put them here, because that's the same progression again. Like big 80s drums.
Like we want this to be really big. Right.
Like even like right there, instead of going just to the kick, go straight to.
That's tricky, Kason.
Yeah. So like I would have at least like that, like 80 snare and kick in that intro after the
I think
first
that would help the beginning, yeah.
after the drum chops. And then it feels like when you go back into that stuff at the end, it feels more part of the same world. Feels more like, even if you go chill for the entire 90 seconds in between it, it feels a bit more intentional, at least to the listener. It feels like there's things that have been placed really, really strategically. It's not just changing, but there are some elements that like repeat and come back into play. That'd be like my very generalized recommendation would be to just tighten that up just a little bit. Let me hear this beginning part here. Because man, once you get in here, it's like I can settle. I'm like, ooh, I know what I'm listening to. And
Yep.
when it's like chill to chill and it moves around, my expectation is chill to chill and I can settle in it. With this 80s intro, 80s outro, and a lot of changes in between, as like a listener or even as an artist, I don't feel like I can like settle into it.
Yeah, mostly it's the drum at the beginning
Yeah.
that's throwing me off.
Yeah, to me, that's the biggest thing I'd turn your focus towards. And like, if you need to spend an hour just on like that element, I would. Because once you get here,
I know, right?
I'm like, I
Yeah,
know what I'm
that's
hearing.
Steady.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Hannah.
And you still have like the trap hats in there and stuff like that, and it works, right? So there's still some great combinations of the drums that can work all the way through, because those like 909 hats were made in the 80s. Like a lot of the hip hop sounds that we know today in like modern hip hop and trap and drill and stuff like that, those are sounds from like the Roland TR-808s and TR-909s. The 808 that we know is from the Roland TR-808 from like 1984. Like a lot of the sounds that we know today are from there
Yeah,
anyways.
that's so cool.
So you can make it work, you know, like you can
I
make.
don't even think about that.
Yeah, like
half
you
the time.
you can make a lot of these sounds work in the structure of a song as long as it's really strategic, and you are. Like I hear those hats and they don't feel super out of place because they're from a drum machine from that era, closely, you know,
And
simulated.
Church, thanks for hopping back in. We got you back on the board.
I know, I'm excited. So I would personally, I'd focus all of your attention on kind of like the intro drum structure and just finding out exactly how you want that. And it might take some time, you know, obviously some of this does, but like finding out exactly how you want that to present itself in this production, so that people can settle into the listening experience so much, even if you have changes. They can kind of like, it's spontaneous and creative and it scratches those itches, you know, but at the same time is like settled enough. It's like settled enough that you can like, you don't have
Good
to
see you.
work to listen to it so much. That's kind of the pocket that I'm in. What's up, Kaylin? Good to see you, bro. How was the party? The family
I
party?
was just gonna ask.
I love this outro,
It's so
dude.
good. It's still like so catchy. It's gonna get stuck in my head. Thanks for being here, Chase. Yeah, we really try to go in depth. That's why we call them consultations more than reviews.
Yo, give it up for Kaysen, man. Kaysen is a beast. Kaysen, we love you, man. Really, it's a really, really cool production. It just needs like that. This is like one of those you have to like sit on a little bit. You know what I mean? You got to sit on the production a little bit and just really fine tune where you want it to go, what you want people to feel. And again, there's a part of the production process that's just putting the cool sounds out. You know what I mean? Like not all the time is like, what is the most like emotion we can pull from this? Sometimes it's just like making cool noises, right? I love that about production.
Oh,
And then
I love that,
sometimes
Kaylin.
you gotta sit on it for a little bit and really find like how to like create the journey of the song. And I think drums are gonna be a huge part of that.
Yeah,
Casey.
personally, I don't care too much about football, but I'm down for food and hangouts.
Let's go. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, show some love. That's the family Case and Rain. Yeah, such a dope production. And I mean, you know me, I love the 80s vibe. I love that whole feel. And you're doing a great job, man. Really, really well done.
The reason we're not going over Kaysen's branding is because we already work with him. So
100%. 100%.
Working on lots of stuff behind the scenes. If anyone wants to see his mood board, it's sick.
And Van Festel, am I saying that correctly? Go to my profile, go to the website, and click on Track Talk. You'll see 2 steps there. Follow both of those steps, and we'll get you up on the board. If you're on Twitch, you can hit !submit and get yourself up there.
Oh, that's so cool.
Levy is 100%.
Hey, it took me a second, but we nailed it down.
Good things
We make
happen.
a good team, Kaysen.
Good things take time.
I'm so ready for your banners. I think.
Thank you for the follow.
It's gonna
Appreciate
look
it.
sick.
All right,
Honestly,
y'all.
I'm kind of just leaning towards doing like just pulling from your mood board and just
Flawless.
doing something like that.
All right, y'all.
Flawless.
Let's get it. I think we got Jason up next. Let's go, Jason. If you are on TikTok, if you have never been here before, or if you're coming in on Twitch or anything like that, or even over on YouTube, if you happen to be over on YouTube, then definitely stick around for a minute, see what we're all about. These are 20-minute consultations. We're going to get into the nuance of your, mix and master, production elements, sound design. We're going to get into, the details, the nuance of your branding, your aesthetic, your image. But the whole goal of this live is to give you actionable feedback, give you a professional second set of ears and eyes on what you're doing creatively, to give you actionable feedback and some real value from people who actually work in the industry that we're talking about. So if that's something that's interesting to you, something that would be valuable for you, stick around if you want to, or get yourself up on the board. We got 5 or 4 songs after this next one.
Something we have not mentioned this entire time that we've been meaning to is that we are switching up our schedule, guys. We will only be going live 3 days a week. Starting next week, we'll do Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Still 1 to 2 p.m. Central.
Yeah.
We'll probably try to do 1. So we'll go less days, but we'll try to go for longer.
Yeah,
so
maybe
it'll be like
fit in more songs.
1 to 7 or something like that.
Yeah. That way we can get as much of the music in as possible, while still making sure that we're on top of all of the growing list of just clientele and projects and stuff that we're working on. So that's going to be a big part of it. So y'all
the new schedule will be posted on Twitch, but we just wanted to make sure you guys are aware.
100%. We'll probably post something too on maybe on the website or my link tree or something like that, so everyone's aware. I'll update the Track Talk link tree as well.
And welcome in, guys. Happy to have you. If you're interested, check out the link tree in Torvik's profile. All the info is there. Just make sure to read through all the steps and check out the line.
All right, Jason, give me some details. Give me some context. This is The Scribe by Jason Wagner. This is out on all platforms, so you can like it, you can stream it, you can add it to your playlist if you like what you hear. Talk to me about the production structure. Did you do this? Is it YouTube, BeatStars? Is it something you worked on closely, went to a studio? Give me context and background on the mix process if you have any as well. Let's get into it. Song about my life and tattoos. All right, this is The Scribe by Jason Wagner. Let's get it.
On one side stands a warrior, too much blood on his hands.
We both played
From
soccer
the
growing up.
sacred grounds of glory rise the spirits.
Yeah, I ran track and field, did soccer, bit of basketball. Martial arts was my main thing,
though. A battle, broken bows and bones of war. He just wants to ride away, 'cause he can't fight no more.
Nice.
Nice description. It's shorter, but
It's good.
but you have some good keywords in here.
Go to my link tree, click on Track Talk.
One side rides a god intoxicated by his muse. She doesn't even have a name. Maybe she feels used. A trail of tears and unmade beds and morning after lies. In a world of fists and hearts, that's how this man survives.
Cool.
Yeah, Torvik's a 4th degree black belt. For those that don't know, it's random. Pretty cool though.
Random fact.
Mythology and metaphor and madness etched in ink. All the scars and blood and pain that took me to the brink.
Interesting. This is unique.
I'm a poet, I'm a lover. lover, I'm the rager, I'm
I like the dynamic range. It's a good edit points for sync and stuff like that too.
Brutal, these paintings of my life.
Yeah, that drum sounds cool.
I'm in the still room left to right.
I like the open snare sound. Drop snare sounds nice.
In the still room left to right. In the still room left to right. In the still room left to right.
No, this one's not. Fortunate.
Interesting. I kinda
Let's
like
go.
that.
Yeah, I like the journey. It's a very like visual song. Like I like the movement. Yeah, I like the movement of it, man. It's got good dynamic range. There's parts to me. This is a little bit of what I want to talk about too.
Yes, it's very unique. The Twitch chat's loving it.
Yeah, Twitch is loving it. What's up, is Amber? I appreciate you hopping in. Society, thank you for being here. There's a lot to love about this, man. It's got a really cool dynamic range. Every once in a while, this is just my kind of producer brain kicking in, but every once in a while, I feel like the gaps
Hi,
in
Amanda.
vocal
No, you
structure
didn't. Welcome
lose
back.
a little bit of energy. So that's what I'm gonna kind of listen for, of ways in the future that you could. It's not about like filling every gap vocally or instrumentally,
Is it
but
Society?
finding
Hi.
creative
in.
ways in order to like maintain energy and attention in the song when not as much is going on. And there's a lot to that. It can be in a vocal structure, it could be instrumentally, it could be even just the way that the format of the song is structured as well. So that's what I'm not even saying necessarily anything's right or wrong. It's what I'm going to point my attention towards, because you got a cool voice and it's a good acoustic organic mix. I don't mind that one bit at all. It's well tracked. You can tell you had some good musicians on this record as well, and I like what you're doing vocally. So let's get straight
All
back
the
into it.
information, if you guys are interested in submitting today, is at the link tree in Torvik's profile. And then just make sure to check the line.
Yeah.
And
Double
then
check the
also,
line.
really quick, Jason, let us know if you have any platforms besides Spotify that you want us to check out. If you have YouTube, if you have Facebook, if you have Instagram, anything like that, we're happy to take a look at them and give you some good, helpful feedback.
Absolutely. All right, let's get back into it. Let's run it back. Shout out to Jason Wagner. The song is called Describe. If you like what you hear, go check out Jason Wagner on all platforms. You can see the same name here. Copy that over.
What
Great
happened,
job.
pal? It is Pal, right? Pal Walters.
Thank y'all for the follows. Please make sure to follow Libby as well.
Let me hop in the
On
chat.
one side stands a warrior, too much blood on his hands. From the sacred
Good smooth compression. A good, really smooth. Yeah, everybody go follow Libby. She's offering a lot of value, a lot of great tools and tips.
ground to glory rise, the spirits.
If you, I don't know if you are.
Back.
If you're ever following, you go to your notification page, you can see all of the people that you follow that are live at the top, and you can easily find us there if you are following already.
Of the past,
Quick tip.
a legacy of battle, broken bows and bones of war. He just wants to ride away, 'cause he can't fight no more.
Wait, is this this is AI or what? Or is that just the website? Beacons.ai. Or let me know.
One side rides a god and
Oh, it's just the. So I was like, yeah. I was like, there were things that didn't sound like it, but then I saw the website beacons.ai, but that might just be there.
intoxicated by his muse. She
I think
doesn't
AI in
take
general is just like yellow
It's like
flag.
a trigger. It's like a trigger word for me in music because we've had some bullshit in here. So
nothing.
it's like a link. Okay, cool. I was just asking. I
Someone
was like,
did ask if it was AI. But yeah, he's pretty good at being able.
I'm
to do
usually
that.
pretty good at picking up the artifact that. Yeah. I figured. I was like, I didn't think so, and then I saw the name. I was like, huh, really? Because I'm usually pretty
A
good.
lot of people be doing AI. These
Yeah,
days.
we get a lot of people coming, and especially people trying to like fake, that they're not AI, and it just happens. It just happens. I had someone.
Thankfully, that doesn't happen to us too often, but it
Not too
has happened and it's annoying.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I had someone, like, for those of you who don't know, like, my background is in classical
We call
piano.
it out though.
Is in classical piano. So I'm a formerly trained pianist, did guild, all of that stuff. So that's like my background. I've been playing piano since I was 6 years old.
No, Jason, you got a
And,
cool vibe.
I had someone come in, send an AI classical piano piece, trying to put it off of their own. It sounded so terrible. It sounded so freaking awful. And I was like, this
But also, like, if they could play like that,
would have been world
they
class,
would have been like,
crazy, right?
Yeah, like.
And I was like, I'm the last person you should be sending an AI classical piano
But then
to. 'Cause it was
sounded like a world class person was, recorded on like a phone.
Yeah, it was
not
weird.
even an iPhone.
It was weird. Amanda, welcome over to Twitch. I appreciate you hopping in. Yeah, it's just weird.
Hey,
Anyways,
Amanda.
I just saw the
Over here
.ai.
on
and
Twitch, you
like,
can do !submit if you want the info. But no, Jason, you got a cool vibe.
Yeah. So some of these little pockets in here, that's kind of what I'm listening for.
I really like your landing page. It's laid out really well.
Crowley, it happens. It happens, and trust me, it happens more than you know.
It's awkward. It's like, why?
It's really
Like, what do you-
awkward.
what do
He
you
was
mean?
like, yeah, this person was like, no, I played this for like 4.5 hours or something like that, and all this stuff, and I was like, I know what it's like to play piano for hours because I've literally done it, and I was like, and I just told him. He even told me the plugin he used, and I brought up the plugin because I have it, and I was like, it doesn't sound
Blue
like this.
Cap, everything's at the link tree. Happy to have you.
And
Welcome.
It was just awkward. I was like, dude, if it's AI, just tell me, whatever. Anyways, beyond the point. This is about Jason. Jason, you're awesome. Just be honest about it as a tool, and you're fine.
Once I'd ride to God intoxicated by.
So here's kind of the pockets that I'm talking about, right? Now, you do have a vocal structure in there. So you have your initial vocal, right? And then all of this, it's beautiful, right? Early in the song structure, it does establish a slower pace. And then it breaks again. So you have like your 4-measure interlude here, like 16-bar interlude here, and then another delayed entry to the verse. And it sonically, it's beautiful. I mean, those vocals are amazing. Instrumentally, it's really, really clean. From an energy standpoint, you've only introduced like 20 seconds of lyrics before you've then taken another 20 to 30 seconds to expand. And so I think it just slows the pace of the energy of the song. So it's just something I would turn your attention towards, is how are, either a hook or an interesting tag. So one example would be, let me run it back just a little bit, and then I'll skip forward in the song ways.
He just wants to ride away 'cause he can't fight no more.
So G sharp minor, kind of right here. He can't fight no more. Like, follow that hook, right? Something like that. He can't fight no more. And then that boom, here's the verse. The simplicity of even just having he can't fight no more. It doesn't have to be a full-on hook. That could even be reverberated way in the background of the mix as just like an echo that kind of floats back there ethereally. You know what I mean? They could just kind of sit in the background, but having some lyric structure for me to keep paying attention to on like a 16 to 20 bar interlude is definitely something I would at least revisit. And the other side would be having like a quick little Stratocaster, guy in a cave vibes, 100%. You get it, 100%. Even
that actually would be really sick marketing.
right? Just you stand in the cave.
I like that. That'd
I like
be cool. You just sitting there playing your guitar in a cave.
Even that guitar solo, instead of that being 80% wet in the background of the mix to the left, bring that in the mix, automate it forward, and put some chorus and reverb on it, and push it to the forefront so that it doesn't feel, you have some filler, right? You have some energy that's maintained. Little things like that. So that's kind of what I'm mainly listening for when I talk about like the energy and the pacing of the song. I love this vibe, and it's not a long. That's what's interesting, right? It's not a long song. It's under 3 minutes. It's under 3 minutes, but it feels long just from a pacing standpoint. So if there's anything that would it's not a right or wrong thing. It's very stylistic. So I'm not right in even saying this. It's very stylistic. It's up to your preferences, but it's something I would point your attention towards to just make sure you're not only maintaining dynamics and like maintaining a good, healthy vocal structure in the song, but also that you're like maintaining a good pace, that people's attention is locked in, right? And that could, you can ride the fader a little bit, like I said, with the guitar, with the vocals.
This should also just be for future reference too.
100%,
Like this is, it's easy to listen to still.
100%. yeah, kind of same thing there, right? Last vocal. Like, right, like that little tag. Like you can start to bring in those tags, and it just helps. The guitar is already carrying so much energy; it can help push that. Any song structure, something like that works.
I love those background vocals a lot.
Really cool, really cool. Yeah, there's so much to love about this. Strictly stylistic choices, right? There's nothing right or wrong about that.
Sick.
Yeah, this is super cool, man. Show some love to Jason Wagner. That is the scribe. Really, really well done, man. You've got a cool voice. This is a great, like, acoustic, organic, grungy sound that I think works really, really well with your vocal, man. So I love what you're doing, man. Very, very cool.
So Jason, like I already pointed out, your landing page is awesome. It's well laid out. Everything is really legible. You know, it looks really good. So that's awesome. It looks like a very professional website. And we always recommend landing pages for artists. So you're already there. It's awesome. A couple little things. Let's see. On your YouTube, you definitely want to go ahead, and they also like a longer description like Spotify. All DIY. Nice. You did great. You did really, really great.
Awesome.
Should be super proud of that. You're killing it at so many things, honestly. So you got 2 new fans. We're very excited to know you now and have you as a part of the Vibe Tribe. Thanks for the heart me, Val.
What's up, Val? How you feeling today?
So they like a longer description on YouTube, like Spotify. Honestly, if you were open to expanding your Spotify one even just a bit, maybe like one more paragraph, that would be even more beneficial. And then once you're done with that, copying what you have on Spotify over to your YouTube description as well. And then just making sure you get, your Instagram and whatever other platforms. I think YouTube lets you kind of plug all of the big ones in, so you can get all of those linked as well.
Vibes are good. You've performed with Ben Folds. Ben Folds is like my nerd music theory spirit animal. He's he's so quirky and talented. I love it. Ben Folds is crazy.
Val, thank you so much. We're so cheesy today. We were like, we're not going to get to be on tomorrow, so now we got to be all Valentine-y today.
Nice, Jason. That's cool. Very
That's so cool. Yeah, what a great opportunity.
Yeah,
Posting about stuff like that would be really great.
Ben Folds is a genius.
Yeah, these are just little details that will help you level up your platforms even more and just help the algorithms help you, basically. But it's not like they're, make or break. But I think honestly that's all I pretty much noticed. Your platform looks really good. There was something else I was going to say about your website and it's just not coming to me. Why does that keep happening to me the last 2 days? Let me think. Oh, I want to make sure that you are posting on your. Why did that sound so northern? I just said are. That you are. I'm sorry. That you are posting like actual and making actual events within Facebook whenever you do a live event. That is actually a really helpful way to get your audience more engaged and, even just getting your Facebook friends to invite their friends and stuff like that. Like it really helps to gain that momentum. Another thing that would be really cool for you to come out with is merch. I think if you're doing live events, it only helps.
Definitely.
But you're really killing it.
Man, show
of course,
some love.
we have ideas for days, so we could go on and on. Yeah. But, if you ever are interested in a longer form call with us or anything like that, we'd be honored. You're really doing some amazing things.
Really, really cool, man. Show some love. Show some love.
If you guys aren't already, please definitely tap in at the Discord.
Yep.
If you would like to be more a part of the community, and that's where we're kind of able to hop in and get to know you guys a bit more personally. But
absolutely. And if y'all want to submit, you can go to my profile, go to the website and click on Track Talk. You'll see 2 steps there. Make sure you check the line first on YouTube or it's on Twitch as well.
So sweet, Val. Thank you so much. And thank you, Jason. You're awesome.
Absolutely, man. Really, really cool. And let's see. Church versus church, I got you up here as well. Let me get some stuff pulled up for you. If you're on Twitch, you can hit !submit. The full format of the live is over on Twitch, so do definitely make sure that you're following over there, subbed over there if you can. That will definitely help us out. That's kind of the main structure. We can see the line. This is also on YouTube as well. Quick reminder as well that if you miss anything for any reason, these are always saved to YouTube and Twitch. Twitch, it stays for 2 weeks. But the VOD, the video on demand, stays on YouTube forever. So if you were like, oh, I missed something, my service went out while they were talking about it, you can find the whole recording of the entire live and all of our lives that we do over on YouTube as well. So definitely check it out. You can see it at Obsidian Key if you go to my profile. Let's keep it going. We've got so Church Verse, you're up. Drop in the chat. Let me know that you're here. But if y'all are looking for a 20-minute consultation, we got 4 more songs, including this one. So 3 more after this one. So if you are looking for a 20-minute consultation on the structure of your mix, production, sound design, if you're looking for, tools when it comes to your branding, your image, your aesthetic, stuff like that, that's what this live is all about. It's not a review. There's no quick trash or pass or ratings or polls. It's about offering value and actionable feedback and real tools to artists and producers and engineers or people that represent those people to just help them on their creative journey. For those of you who don't know, I'm Torvik. I'm a full-time audio engineer and producer. It's what I do for a living. It's what I've done for the last 12 plus years. I'm also a classically trained musician. So our goal is just to offer nuance and feedback using the tools that we've gained working in this space for, well over a decade. So if you are here for the first time, thanks for hopping in. I appreciate you being here. And if not, welcome back to the family.
Also, Val, what are you eating? I'm curious.
Okay, I'm not seeing...
I love to know what foods people are consuming.
Church Verse. Retrack, let me know if you're in the chat
Yeah,
really
that's
quick.
what's up with the red. We were just being silly. Just being celebratory. It is Valentine's Eve.
Thank you so much, Hand. And more coming soon, Hand.
Yes.
More coming
and
soon.
Thanks for that shout out.
Go stream Happy Heartache. It's
Happy Heartache out just in time for Valentine's.
Right in time for Valentine's. Spox, appreciate you hopping in. Retrack, let me know if you're in the building. And then I'm going to go ahead and take Timu off because Timu said they were... or to give it to someone if they came in.
Yeah.
I'll just pull it for now. Da, da, da. Okay.
That's in my head now.
Jazz in here. It's Jazz in the building. We're going to go through the list.
Church versus church. Retrack.
Got
Jazz.
you. Okay. Caden's probably going to hit the top anyways if Church is in here. There's Jazz. Okay. So let's get Caden up. And then
All right, we got Caden next.
Yeah, we'll keep it rolling.
Boom.
There's Caden. Boom. Boom, boom. All right, let's go. Caden, give me the details.
Thanks for hopping in the chat, Jazz. As of now, if the other 2 don't hop in, you'll definitely be going today.
Yeah. All right, this is not the full song. It's more like a demo. Love it. I like the idea so far, but I'm wondering how to make that impact of the second chorus better and whatever else you think could help me on this track. Let's get it. All right, so this is obviously going to be unmixed early in a demo phase, which is kind of my favorite stuff. Like, of course, I love listening to like a finished mix, but I love, it's probably selfish. I'm probably like a little selfish, where I like being able to add all the fun stuff and it makes me happy. All right.
Nice, Caden.
There's those who pick when they lose,
cool.
But never lose their view, 'cause I've always been in those shoes. I let go and don't get confused. Some things I just can't choose. It's been what has kept me, but so let's hide away and move, 'cause I don't want anxiety to roam. I don't know why I avoid what's close, put up big close down my ego, always postpone what I need. Am I the only one who gets in my way? First letter I leave nobody more frustrating than me. At least to me, 'cause they
Like the auto pan.
dude is smart enough to succeed. I'll plug my eyes, cover my ears, anything but what I need. I swear I'm not free and the only enemy. So let's
The Moose, thanks for being here. All the info's at the link tree.
'cause I don't want anxiety to roam.
Cool vibe, Caden.
Yeah, super unique. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it.
My ego always postpone what I need. Am I the only one who gets in my
Let's go. Yo, show some
Cool.
love. Show some love. That
I
is
see the vision.
Caden Marquardt in the building. One of the families. So definitely show some love and support. Let's run it back from the top. Yeah, very unique sound,
Hey,
unique
Kurt,
structure.
stay in. You're next.
Don't mind the bass at the end. So, okay, so here's right off the bat, here's what I'm gonna listen for, or kind of where my brain is at right now. Lots of interesting sound design, great ideas, a cool vocal structure. I like a lot of the processing that you already have in there. We'll talk about the second hook once we get there. The one thing that I feel could be established a little bit more is clarity of progression. The bass moves a lot, the piano moves a lot, the pad under it moves a lot. So as like settling into like what like the key of the song is and the progression and like feeling like I don't have to work to like feel the movement and the structure of it, I think could be polished just a little bit. Even just like tightening up the low notes on the piano so it matches the bass, so that like a couple things follow each other a little bit more, even if there's a bunch of floaty stuff over the top, right? Like you can have all kinds of crazy weird sound design as long as there's like a foundation
Something steady.
that
Yeah.
feels a little bit more grounded. That way you're not working to listen to it. It feels a little bit more distinct. So let me lock into that real quick and then we'll listen to the
Also,
second hook.
welcome in, guys. We have a few songs left for today. If you would like to submit, you can check out all the info at the link tree.
Got you, retrack. Appreciate you. But yeah, I won't touch this still needs to like be mixed. So I'm not going to touch the mix too much because it's still in demo phase. I'll mainly just talk about progression and second hook impact. That's what I'll focus my attention on.
There's those who pick when they lose, but never lose their view. 'Cause I've always been in those shoes. I let go and don't get confused. Some things I just can't choose.
So like even there between the piano and the bass, I'm like trying to find what chord is, and then there's like a string pad behind it too. I'm like, what chord's happening? It gives you like the context for the melodies. So that's kind of what I'm listening for. Let me back it up just a tad. I want to like hear this first verse again, and then I'll skip to the second hook. The second hook.
Those who pick when they lose, but never lose their view. 'Cause I've always been in those shoes.
So it's like F minor kind of. That's kind of like the main like melody over the top. So I would love for like either the low notes of the piano or the bass to kind of follow that melody. Even just like establishing it a little bit more on the low end would help.
There's those who pick when they lose, but never lose their view. 'Cause I've always been in those shoes. I let go and don't get confused. Some things I just can't choose. It's been what has kept me
Right, you know something?
so let's hide for
Yeah.
It like gives it a context. Like that's gonna sound obviously muddy with what's happening in the piano, but like having that, you know, that low note on the piano.
The fact that you can just bust that out after listening one time is crazy.
Right, that kind of the melodies. It's fun. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm listening for. Now you kind of have to decide how you do that. I would recommend using probably the bass and the low end of the piano. The bass you're kind of using as a melodic element in there. I don't mind that as an idea. A lot needs to match for that to work. So if the bass and the piano are going to do the same thing and both do like, you know, if they're kind of doing the same thing and it matches up, it can feel like a bit more impactful. But if like the bass does something that moves and then the piano moves and then the vocals moving and the drums are, you know, ping ponging and they're back and forth and stuff like that, I feel like you'll lose the foundation, kind of like the solid foundation of the song. And then what happens is I start listening for all of those changes in the production structure before I hear your voice and your lyrics, and I start to miss out on the concept. And so, of course, I feel like a song like this and a lot of your own music, you still want to make sure that like the vocal and the concept of the song is still forward and supported by, facilitated by the music and the production structure, even if the production's crazy, right? So that would be my advice would be to figure out what progression you want the song to be, like what chords, like what notes do you want it to hit, follow that with the bass, complement it with the piano, and then have fun, right? Then have some crazy, weird, articulated stuff and modulated stuff over the top. Then that can be super interesting, but make sure the foundation's there. Let me skip to the second hook now, because that kind of goes for the whole track.
Not enough to succeed.
I like this little vocoder almost breakdown right here. That's cool.
We have a few songs left for today. If you're interested, check out the link tree.
I swear I'm not free and the only enemy. So let's hide away and move, 'cause I don't want anxiety to.
So like I would follow the progression. It almost reminds me like a 1975 song or something like that, with that melody. If you like tighten up that progression and give it a foundation, bro, it's like it could be a powerhouse hook. Stack the vocals, get those strings and pianos doing some, fun melodies over the top.
I see the vision.
I
and
100%
I hear
see
the
the vision.
potential. 100%.
And talking about impact, I think like most of the production that I hear I think that it's the intricacies of nothing following each other that makes it feel less impactful. I almost imagine a world where you just get everything on the same page, still interesting, still spontaneous. Like I still want you to keep the identity of the song. I don't want you to like, just slap everything together into like dude, just put everything into like a strict pop structure. I still want it to be unique and interesting and spontaneous and have all those weird things that are like an identity in your music while having a cool foundation. But I would get like the drums and your chords, like drums, bass, and chords, get them all on the same page. I think if they're all on the same page, it'll feel more powerful, even without you adding a bunch of new stuff. The thing I don't want you to do is add more things to try to make it more impactful, and then it's just noise on noise on
Lil
noise.
Shawnee, welcome in. Everything is at the link tree.
That's
Just make sure to read through the steps and then check the line.
I would first and foremost tighten up structure and progression. I bet you that makes it more impactful. And then honestly, probably one of the easiest ways for you to build up energy in this hook would be to stack vocals. Get like a double on your lead vocal, about 5% away from it. Get like maybe a double on the left and right of the vocal, or maybe a harmony of it, stuff like that. That'll help boost it over the first one so it doesn't feel like the energy drops. Little things like that. But first and foremost, I think establish your progression and structure. I bet you it makes it
I'm
feel
excited.
more powerful. This is cool. It's interesting. It's unique. It's really cool.
Yeah, of course. Happy to have you. Welcome to the Vibe Tribe.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
You too. Definitely.
Another thing to think about, this might be why it feels out of tune too. My intuition is telling me that the tuning on the 808 is off as well. Keep that in mind as well, that anytime that even if you're like dropping in like a cymatics, 808 sample into FL Studio, or I can't remember exactly what you use, but something like that, right? They'll all have keys to them. So you might have an 808 that's a C, and you have another 808 that's a G sharp. And if you drop it into it, even if I play a C, I might play middle C on the piano, but the 808 is doing a G sharp. And so these 808s at the end here are in a different key, but I think it also could just be the tuning of it. So make sure any DAW that you have, you can tune your samples. Make sure that you tune the 808 to it, because it might actually be that you are playing all the right chords and playing all the right notes, but they're not matching because the 808 is tuned to a different note. So you're
good
playing
point.
C, but it's playing D sharp, right? And so everything just feels like a little unstable. Check that. Logic, yeah. So in any of those, you can drop in your waveform and tune it and pitch it and stuff like that. So just double check, because I have tons of samples of 808s and stuff like that, and they're all different notes. They're not all C. Some of them might be a different note. So double check that and make sure that it's you're playing what you think you're playing, and then listen for the difference. That'd be my kind of final recommendation there. But man, show some love to Kaden. It's a really cool song structure. All of your music is so unique.
I'm so excited, and I'm really excited for our call tomorrow too.
100%. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm super, super excited, man.
We'll get things planned out.
So many great ideas. Honestly, if you can just kind of lock in the foundational elements, man, I'd see such a great future for your music, because it's really vibey, man. I see a lot of potential.
Me too.
Show some
100%.
love to the family, Kaden Marquardt.
And say
right
hi to your mom
here.
for us.
Absolutely. 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 Let's keep it going, man. Show some love to the family one more time. And I've got Retrack in the building. This is Fly Again by Retrack. Retrack, give me the details. Talk to me about the structure. And let's get in. Oh, actually, Retrack wasn't here a second ago, right? Retrack, let me know if you're in. I know they did skips, so let me see. And Levincon, got you. Retrack, hop in. Let me know where you're at.
Retrack.
There's
There you are.
retrack. Appreciate
Nice.
you hopping in. All right, let's get it. This is Fly Again, and then is it 7? Hold on.
Yes, it's time. It's your time.
Absolutely. 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 All right. Levincon. Okay, cool. All right, let's get it. This is Retrack, Fly Again. Retrack, you know the deal. Give me some context. Give me some details. Let's run it. Always a different genre with Retrack. It's crazy, honestly.
We've already gone over branding stuff with these artists, guys, so that's why we're not touching that side of things as much. But of course, when it's your turn, feel free to let us know if you have any questions.
Yeah.
She's just as cool as you. You're both very cool.
Send this to Caddy.
This is a game. Yeah,
Yep.
this is game vibes. Dude, Retrack, drop it in the Discord and she'll listen to it when she can.
Yes.
Yeah, because she actually is a game developer.
We got 2 more songs after this, y'all.
We got that, what is it? Seinfeld.
Mhm. Yeah. Go to my link tree, click on Track Talk, but first check the line. We got 2 more songs, so if you want to skip, it would be a little bit higher.
Yeah, we
Definitely
might be
can.
able to push to 3, but we'll see. I think you're in the Discord, right, Retrack? I think you're already in there.
Pretty sure.
Yeah, if anyone needs a Discord
Definitely.
and you're on Twitch, !Discord will get you there. Or if you're on, I was gonna say Twitter, the fuck? If you're on TikTok, it's at the link tree.
Let's go. Show some love to Retrack, man. That's the family.
Okay, nice, yeah. Yeah, Caddy will see it.
Let's go. I'm excited. This is Fly Again. Let's get into it, man. I'm excited to kind of like hear you build this out a little because the
There we
foundation
go with
is
that Retrack versatility.
Yep. Literally, I feel like I've heard 10 different genres from Retrack.
I
and
love it. I love it so
I
much.
love it. You're really building like the Thanos glove of genres, which is great because you're starting with so much potential. There's always things we can work on and polish and grow in and just get better at the skills, right? But the fact that you're starting with such an expansive like knowledge and sound design perspective on all these things is amazing because you'll have so much to build on and you're starting early, which is great.
I think
Levincon.
we got you on there, just we put the wrong name.
I think I said 7con, so it's Levincon. Bloomer, appreciate
But
that.
welcome
Thank you
in.
for hopping
Happy to have you. Thank you.
Levincon. Let me update your name on Twitch and YouTube real quick. On the line. Boom. All right, I got you updated there. All right, let's run it back from the top. Let's get it. One thing I would be interested in on your lead.
Bloomer, thank you for being here.
So you have your lead melody here. That's a cool melody. I would, my brain kind of wants to hear monophonic instead of polyphonic on your lead synth so you don't get the bleed. And then maybe with like a decent amount of portamento too, which is going to be the glide, the movement between it. If you go monophonic, for those of you maybe wouldn't know, monophonic is a single note that's played at any given time as opposed to multiple notes, poly, that can be played at a single time. Like in this instance, this is polyphonic, multiple notes can be played at the same time. Monophonic means as soon as I hit the next note lifts automatically, and you can blend that with polyphonic. Yeah, play the synth for that need. Yeah, the piano's cool. But I would
Also, Bloomer, if you think it looks professional over here, you should check out Twitch.
check out Twitch. hit see the line. You can see. We can bring up Pro Tools and all kinds of other fun stuff. It's fun over there.
We have other angles typically, but we're not in our studio right now.
Yeah, we're in a little bit of a transition. So I would on
Happy
the
to
lead.
have you, though. Thanks
So
for
this
being here.
high high saw that you have at the top, I would put that in monophonic so you don't get the bleed when you're moving the when you move to those notes, you don't get the bleed between. Thank you for the follow too, appreciate it. The bleed between those two notes. I think that'll just make it feel more retro, more classic. I imagine a world where you're using like an old Mini Moog or an old like ARP Odyssey or something like that with these like really kind of like nasty saw leads. Like it's like they sound so bad they sound good, and I like that. Like that's typical of this style, and I think it's really funky. It sounds great, but I would make sure that there's not too much bleed. Otherwise, then it sounds just detuned in a way that's not as like what would you call it? I can't think of the word, but not as beneficial, I guess, to the production structure.
It's giving Game Boy in the best way.
So right, yeah, sorry, let me update this. So I was like, wait, where is everything? Right now, currently you're next. Currently speaking, you're next, and then Levincon, as of this current moment. Get those movements on the same page too. So like you have this really,
Yeah, definitely. Makes me want to play a Game Boy.
all of that right there.
Game Boy Advanced.
100%. That bass note's really nice. It's when it changes to the C sharp here that you get a lot of tension that doesn't quite fit, and so that's what I'm listening for. Everything kind of goes to the root right. The root being the D sharp minor, and that's great. All those melodies match, and then the second chord, it's a little funky. Because the bass and the pluck synth don't match the lead, right? So, hear it one more time. What's up, dude?
Hi, Jenna. Happy Valentine's Eve.
Yeah, it's because you have like these two notes hitting at the same time right here. Bloom, thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow on Twitch. Appreciate it. It's like these two notes hitting at the same time, right?
It's Bloomer, get it straight, bruh.
Bloomer, welcome in. So that little note right there, I'd probably just bring it back up to the, see. Let me back it up here. Just make sure it sits over that D sharp. Boom, boom. That little pocket. Boom, boom. That's nice.
Maybe like one more instrument in that little pocket could help too.
Mm-hmm. Even just, you know. There's a couple different things you could do to just like fill it out a little bit. And honestly,
but I mean, with game design, it's kind of like,
you kind of want it to be a little 8-bit, like
yeah.
a little open.
Oh,
Tiffy
thank you,
Bomb,
Church.
what's up?
Let me hop in that chat.
And let me see, Pro Tools, I need to change some things over here. So let me switch this. I'm going to.
Yeah, Valentine's tomorrow. We won't be live, so we figured we should be cheesy and celebrate today.
Let me see something real quick. Okay, got you, Church. I appreciate you. Let me get that updated too. Here's what I'm going to listen for. Just check out the difference that this makes just for context. I'm going to add a synth, and I hope Pro Tools doesn't crash. Okay. It didn't crash. Thank goodness.
Thank you so much, Church. I'll get you back after the live.
And give me 1 second just to get this connected.
Tiffy said, about to write a RIP Duolingo song.
Bro, I'm telling you, dude, it's my entire For You page. Oh, there's that shit. There we go. Here's them. We're
We're gonna get a bigger screen so it'll be easier for us to see emotes and
Oh,
stuff
that's
like
Cuba.
that. But that's funny.
Okay, so here's this is
Ooh,
funky.
yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Okay, so here's kind of so this is monophonic, right? Where no notes will play at the same time. Now you put a little bit of glide, also called portamento. You get that little bit of it's funky, it's nasty. Okay, I'm gonna bring down the portamento a little bit. But what I want to show you is even with an incredibly simple sound design structure, what you can do. Okay, so let's see. Let's bring that back here. I don't need that. And or actually, where are you? Are you on Twitch? Remind me where you're at really quick. Retrack. You're on Twitch, right? Retrack.
Yeah.
Let me get you. I'll just show you Pro Tools. Boom, Pro Tools. Let's go. We can see Pro Tools. So here's what the difference between here. That funkiness, that nastiness. I
You
love
on
it.
the right one. You on the right one, bro.
And then all you have to do, if you want to fill it out a little bit of chorus, and it's just going to like split that signal a little bit and open it up. So we got all this fun. Valentine, what's up? All of this energy right here. Boom.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
I like the roses and the hearts, Jenna.
Totally different sound design, totally different feel. So when you, I'm gonna turn this way down just for the sake of it tucking into kind of what you're doing. But the difference that a chorus makes in like splitting and modulating that signal, it could open up your sound, especially if you have it in stereo, which you should. Especially if you have it in stereo, it'll open up that sound dramatically. So now we go back to kind of like your basic structure here, which is like very funky, late 80s, early 90s.
No, Jenna, that's so sweet. Thank you. Valentine has credit too. We are on our last couple, but
Follow it there, you know.
we can double check.
And then you just got to follow all those melodies, right? But I would, hold on.
I always thought that heart looked like a chocolate box. It always reminds me of Valentine's. In the best way.
Ah, hold on. Let me get back. Yeah, the acid. You could even do like an old 303 kind of style stuff there too. And I love it. So yeah, the main thing I'm saying is like right now, and I think this is what Libby's addressing too, is it's like a very dry, and it's like early on too, right? It's a very like dry mix. The addition of just like a little chorus here and there, a little like saturation and fuzz over there can go a long ways to this just
cool, yeah.
feeling more interesting to the listener. Because there's not anything like specifically wrong with what you're doing. Like I said, there's a couple notes that are, you know, hitting at the same time there that I would just get, like locked together so it feels a little bit tighter. That, you know, feels a little bit tighter. Yeah, 100%. You can have some filler to kind of grow it out a little bit, but I think just wetting up your signal a little bit is going to go. It's going to go a long ways. Bloomer. I also like the idea of stabs. Like if that string in the background is just, you know, it's just like. But I mean like a cheesy, quiet, old 90s strings. You know what I mean? Like really shitty sounding, but in the best way possible, tucked away in the background. Beautiful, right? Then this just feels, I mean, it feels like a movie. It feels like an old video game. You know what I mean? You bit crush it a little bit. You saturate it. Then you're in a really good spot. Right now, it's, and again, it's early on. Right now, it's super dry. And so I would just build out some of the processing of this a little bit more. Chorus on your bass, a little bit of like maybe a slap back on the lead synth and a little bit of a chorus at the top, so on and so on, right? Just kind of wetting up the signal a little bit with some processing just to open it up just a little bit. Let me skip to this.
Yeah, let us double
section.
check, Valentine. We'll double check.
Yeah, we got two more songs.
Since we don't have to go over your branding and stuff too, we might be able to fit you in either way. Just because I know you've been trying to get heard and stuff.
Yeah, you have 20. You have
We
20.
can close out with Valentine. We'll do church,
But then if someone else skips, then people start, you know.
Levincon, and
So it's like hard to guarantee that, since if anyone else skips, then the number listening to 4 more, you know. Because they would be after, we still have church, Levincon, and then that one. But if anyone else skips at all, then it
Right.
would be. So yeah, you have 20, so it's up to you. It would be another 5 to go next currently, but I'll get you on the board. Yeah. I'll get you on the board. Then of course you do as you wish. So let me get you on there. And then I also need to.
I kind of feel like we could
Or-
push it to 3 songs.
I need to actually push
That's 3 songs.
church up 5 as well. I got you as well. Yeah, you're up there. Yeah, you'll never leave. So you got 20 right now. Let me get you where you need to go. Then we have 25 from church. Just get everything.
Exactly, Tiffy. Valentine's got to go on
I know.
Valentine's.
Solemnly,
damn.
this is your last chance. All right, and then let
Your
me just
last chance? Oh, to go on Valentine's Day. It's not technically Valentine's Day, guys, but we're pretending it is because we won't be live tomorrow. So
Yeah.
we love all you guys. So of course we had to be all cheesy and stuff.
And then it's the
And
EV.
it's a Valentine's Day song. Ah, shit. Okay.
Okay,
fine.
yeah, we got to.
Yeah.
Was that EVU? Just so I can make sure I get the right song on there, and then we'll close up retrack really quick too. Got
Yeah,
you.
that's
Love
it's
you,
stuck
bro.
in my head. Retrack. I love it.
Yeah, that melody's great. That's why I want it to have some impact. I want it to feel a little bit cleaner, a little bit tighter, because honestly, it's catchy, so it's gonna be stuck in my head all day. Got you. All right, you're at the top there.
Mad love. Happy Valentine's.
We're just tightening up some of the. I don't want this to be too quantized because then it sounds rigid and sterile. But you'll want to definitely tighten up some of the processing there, so you don't feel like there's some like off kilter timing and stuff like that. Funky.
Yeah, it's like for game design, Tiffy.
Yeah.
I was saying it's definitely giving Game Boy vibes in the best.
Oh
way.
yeah. I love that wah on the guitar too. So I used to have this old Vox wah pedal, or it was a Dunlop, I think, old wah pedal for my old guitar setup. That's what it reminds me of. The good old days. Let's go, man. Show some love to Retrack. Retrack, you're like frustratingly versatile, man. Like when I say that, I mean it's like it'll be
In the best way.
It was like
Yeah.
a drill beat, and then a trap beat, and then a cinematic masterpiece, and then a lo-fi record,
Yeah,
and then
you're
a house
good at
record.
doing a lot of different things. It's cool.
Yeah, 100%. So yeah, I think it just comes down to like really polishing, being decisive with your progressions, polishing up processing, right? To where, you know, everything fits together, it works together, and it sounds interesting. Now, there's a time and place for a dry sawtooth over the top of a record. It slices through the mix, and I love that. But there's probably a couple elements in this that you do want to wet up a little bit. You want to give it a little bit of movement, a little bit of processing, so it doesn't feel too dry. And also just because it helps open up the stereo field. As soon as you add a stereo chorus, like a mono synth like that, like a monophonic synth, bro, it opens up like by 10x. It just feels so much wider and more open. The power of a chorus is pretty phenomenal, man.
What do you
Show
mean?
some love. Hey, thank you for the roses, Tiffy Bomb. Thank you so much for the 47
Aw,
roses.
Tiffy!
I appreciate
That's
that so much.
Sweet. Also,
Perfect for
Tiffy, I was gonna
Valentine.
ask if you're going live tonight, because we tried to hop in last night, but I think we
I
were
think I
too
hopped
late.
on too late. Silas, yes, we do. Wait
Those
till
are for
Torvik sees the
Libby.
email.
That's so nice.
Well, fine.
I know,
Fine,
and
Tiffy.
Jenna just gave me some too. So nice.
Y'all
Here,
are so kind.
I'll grab
Hold
them.
up.
Thank you for the bouquet.
All right, let's get into it. Taking the night off.
Okay, yeah.
Nice.
You deserve it.
All right, this is Valentine's
try to hop in next
Valentine's
time you're
Day
live.
song. Valentine's Day song. Let's get it. It's a whole lot of Valentines. All right, give me some details. Or is there a different email? Let me know. But we are on our last couple songs, y'all. Probably the last 2 or 3. I said 2, but maybe we can sneak in 3 because we don't have to go over branding on this one. So we'll. we
But
might
of
move
course,
a little
if you
bit
have any
quicker.
questions, feel free to ask.
100%. Yeah, show some love to Retrack, man. Show some love to Retrack. We're gonna close it up here in a minute. But definitely check the line first so you can see the minimums and you can kind of see where we're at since we're on our last
Retrack, you're
couple.
awesome.
All right, this is Another Phase. Another Phase by Valentine, coming this spring, tomorrow. All right, that's like right now. It's still winter. That one, but mixed, mastered, no backgrounds yet, and structure is good. Okay, let's get into it.
All of these memories, I let them separate. It's just another phase. I thought maybe you were all like we get caught up inside a fantasy when you take my hand.
Great melody
Why
there.
let you go the other way? Another Valentine's Day.
Beautiful.
Stuck inside
Super
of
catchy.
my brain. All of these memories, I let them slip away. It's just another phase. I thought maybe you were all I had, and I thought maybe you were all I had. Just take my hand and lead me all the way. Maybe I need some time.
Catchy.
Maybe I
Cute.
need
I like
some
it.
space.
Yeah.
Baby, it's okay. No matter where we end up, it's just another phase. It's just another phase.
I think you're right. I like the structure.
Yeah, yeah. Structure is good. It is very catchy, man. Let's go, man. Show some love to Valentine's. Let's get into it.
Chase, so the way that it works is laid out at the link tree. If you read through all those steps, it'll make more sense, but the line is modular. And then whenever we have to go at the end, so whenever you look at the line, you'll see like however many songs are left. And then if you're still on the board at the end of the night, but you didn't get to go, your credit is always saved.
Yeah.
That also stands if you have to go at any point. You don't even need to let us know because we always make sure that you're here
Yeah.
before we play it. Obviously, it wouldn't be beneficial for us to go through a consultation without you here.
Definitely.
So, same goes for that. So it's always saved, and then whenever we're live, you can just hop in and be like, "Hey, can you throw my credit up?" And we got you.
In fact, the song we're listening to right now had 20 from a couple days ago.
Yeah.
So they had 20. They added 10 more. Skip straight to the stop. Boom, they're up there ready
What's
to go.
up, Judo? Good to see you.
Good to see you, Judah. Yeah, so that same with Church. Church is a credit that we had on there. A couple other people. Yeah, so some of the people on the board right now
Okay,
are
Levin
people
Con,
from
good to
another
know.
day. Okay, cool. Sounds good. All right, let's run it from the top. Let's get it, man. I like your vibe a lot, Valentine. Here, the first thing that I just want to say too is I appreciate that there's things we've talked about previously in your vocal structure, pitch consistency, vocal control, and even like melodyne and stuff like that to like polish your melodies so they're more consistent, so it's easier to consume. Things like that we've already talked about. I don't feel like I need to dig into too much. What I appreciate is that your voice has character. Like I know when I'm hearing your voice, and it's like when you can like picture and like see the emotion in a lyric. I like that a lot. Like when someone is talking about anger and you feel it in like their like mouth expression of it. I don't know if that will make sense to anybody too, where you can like feel the tension when someone's saying something, or you can hear the smile when they're saying something. I like that. Your vocal is really expressive in that way, in the way that you like dictate your vocal registers and the movements and pitch and throat shape and stuff like that. I like that a lot, man. It makes your vocal really unique. So like we've
Yeah,
already
I like
talked
that.
about, there's things to polish in pitch control. There's things to polish in the way you like structure your vocal production over time. You'll just get better and better at that. We've talked about it a lot, so I don't feel like I need to hammer it home. But I do like that your vocal is
It
expressive.
would be cool to see that process in your marketing. Like, just,
Definitely.
you know, post some reels and TikToks about it.
100%. All right, let's run it from the top.
All of these memories, I let them slip.
It's a different animal, but if there
Yeah,
was
I started trying to
one-
learn it, and I was like,
if there's one tool that is like worthwhile to learn beyond the basics of EQ and compression and panning and stuff like that, I think for a lot of artists that are self-vocal producing, Melodyne would be one of those things. It's a different animal. It just looks weird. These orange blobs on the screen. I don't know what to do with them. But it's just watch a bunch of tutorials, man. University of YouTube, and figure it out, because it will be one of the best tools in polishing your performances. That is what the greats are doing. You know what I mean? Like that's what the people that you're hearing that have these polished records are doing. So I would encourage you to dig into it. If there was like one tool to really dig into, I do think it would be, thank you for the follow. I do think it would be really beneficial to dig into, because it could be the next thing. I mean, your compression we've worked for months on compression. Your compression is so much smoother and tighter and punchier now, dude. It sounds so good. The EQ, your vocal on this is like full and saturated. It sounds really nice. The last little missing piece is that next thing, right? And then you just establish a consistent vocal chain for yourself. Save it as a template if you want to. And then all you have to do is like throw your vocal chain on, make some edits to it, throw your vocal chain on there, gain stage properly, and dig into your tuning, and then you're in a good spot. You're in a good space.
Away, it's just another phase. I thought maybe you were all I had, and I
Do
thought
it,
maybe
dude.
you
It'll be worth it. I promise you it'll be worth it. And this is like anytime, like, I mean, y'all come in here as, asking about engineering stuff, that's what I had to do beyond like, you know, training in the studio and stuff like that, is just do all of this over and over and over and over and over again and be really bad at Melodyne for months and months and months until you just like learn the structure and you figure it out. You understand the language behind it, like what's modulation control, what's sibilant control, what's the fading controls and like pitch changes and stuff like that. And you just start to learn the language around it. And once you do, it's second nature. You don't have to worry about it too much. And you can just, I mean, dude, I have a guitar part in a song that that's going to come out pretty soon of mine. One little part of it's a little bit off key. I Melodyne the guitar and just pitch control the guitar because it's like a little bit out of tune, and then boom, you move it up. Yeah, like I'm always available for people to hire, but it's also, you know, I also am a big fan of artists gaining some autonomy over their sound, right? Like that's, you know, part of what I do full time is as an audio engineer, but I also love for people to have, you know, the ability to control their own sound and dictate their own quality, even if they're going to ship it out to hire with something out. What'd you do? Like you don't need to mix and master, but just amount. Yeah, I do vocal production. I do vocal. Had a couple months ago where they just sent me vocals for me to do the vocal production on, the tuning structure, compression control, cleaning up the noise, like things like that. So yeah, it's just a small part of it. It has to be worth it enough for me to spend time to not do other projects to work on it. But yeah, I do that all the time. Just as like a vocal, just a vocal production, vocal structure, tuning, things like that. So yeah, I mean, yeah, if you ever just want to send me. Yeah, definitely depending on the stems, the different. Just shoot me a message, Valentine. I got you on IG preferably, and we can figure something out. But yeah, the difference between 3 tracks and some harmonies and 16 layers, with you know harmonies and ad libs.
Or reach out at the website.
Yeah, for sure. The website is probably the best because it's going to give me.
You're used to saying DMs.
I'm used to saying DMs, but yeah, reach out through the website. That
way
we can organize everything, and I can get back to you over there. But yeah, 100%, man. You guys, I ever thought about my bio on IG and going to start. I love it, church. That's what I love to hear.
Need me all the way. Maybe I need some time. Maybe I need some space. Baby, it's okay. No matter where we end up, it's just another phase. It's just another phase. I know that I want you, babe, and you're here with me.
I know. Like I want to hear that like consistent. I want to hear like that consistent melody structure, and I feel like I feel like that would just clean this up so much. I feel like it would really drive it home. What's up, sick rats? Cheese and pepperoni joints? No, I think it's just crackers and a meat stick. I do, Cuba. I have a studio right now. We're transitioning out of it. We're gonna be moving into a different space in the next couple months. But I do have a studio right now that I usually do most of my stuff out of. But we're slowly transitioning out of it. And next couple months we'll move into a different spot.
And what they say when you take my hand, why let you go the other way? Another Valentine's Day stuck inside of my brain. Oh, please.
Dude, you've improved so much, man. It's so fun to hear. It's like really fun to hear, man. Improved so much. Everyone has different perspectives on like the stylistic choices of your like your clarity and like stuff like that.
Yeah,
but
like the mumble stuff.
Exactly. But
I feel like it fits.
I've also seen people go really far with something like that, and you can always polish some of that, right? And I think this is where, dude, I love it. The automation changes right there, beautiful, dude. Yeah, I don't take any clients at my current studio again since we're transitioning out of it. Maybe at my next spot. I like working remote personally. I like living in my world and working remotely. But potentially in the next spot, we'll have something where we can book studio time. It just depends. Depends on what we're able to get set up. There's so much more intention behind what you're doing, Valentine. It's making me super happy, man. You're crushing it.
I thought maybe you need some time where we end up. And I thought maybe you were all I take my hand.
Like little automation, wet up the reverb, pull it back, crushing it, dude. Like, dude, it makes me so happy. It's like when I see someone go from like just learning how to even compress their vocals to start to like automate reverb tails and stuff. I'm like, dude, it makes me so happy.
Amazing.
Like, dude, I love it. It just to see the genuine growth of like an artist and a self-engineer and stuff like right before your eyes. This is so fun, man. It's why we do what we do. It makes me happy, man. I mean, yeah, Cuba. It's my job. So it's just money. That's, you know, that's all. You know, to some extent, that's really all it takes. I don't engineer for free.
All the way, maybe I need some time.
This is super cool, Valentine. I mean, I won't hype myself up too much, but I don't feel like there's many missing pieces in what you're doing for people to just let. I think it's visuals. I think it's visuals and like clarity of your vocal and what you're doing with your melodies for people for it to be as catchy as possible. For it to be as catchy as possible, man. I think you're close, dude. I think you're really, really close to like a powerful sound, a relatable aesthetic, and
I'm
just
not remembering the Spotify. Can we pull that up really quick?
yeah, yeah,
Dude,
100%.
I can
Show
picture
some
a
love,
really
dude.
cool, fun, like album cover for this. I like your style, Valentine. I think
Honestly,
it's very,
dude.
very fitting. And it's just unique enough, you know?
Yep. While still having like a mainstream synth pop sound that's like dream pop stuff.
Exactly.
The dream pop stuff is super,
Like it's still
super
relatable, but
popular.
it's unique.
What's your name on Spotify? Because there's a whole bunch of Valentines.
Yeah, like a professional mix and master would be like the last thing.
Yep.
And then of course your branding.
Forever Valentine. Okay, cool.
Okay, nice.
I remember that. The handstand. I think I remember that too.
Wait, low-key, no. Why am I not remembering this? Did I even go over this, Valentine?
It would have been a month or two ago,
I don't
probably.
even think we went over this. Okay. So, what have we talked about, Valentine? I'm sorry, we just go over so many that I think I'm having a brain fart. So,
yeah, sure.
did we go over Pinterest and stuff? Is that where you're at? Are you like working on Pinterest and getting your like kind of getting your aesthetic figured out and discovering where you want to go as far as your branding?
Change the picture. Other than that, no. Okay. Just updating the pictures and description, probably stuff like that.
Okay. But you know, you've heard me talk about Pinterest, right? Or no? Let me know.
I like your structures, dude. That's cool.
Okay, so I highly recommend hopping over to Pinterest and starting a board over there. It's really easy to make an account if you don't already have one, but I would definitely hop over there to start exploring and doing a bit of self discovery as far as your brand and what you want your aesthetic to be. And I encourage people to get into more of a dream state with this, like actually, you know, set aside a couple hours for your first go around and just really get into that headspace of thinking like, how do I want to be perceived in my music? What do I want my music identity to be? That type of stuff. And at the beginning you will need to like, you know, search up some things specifically, and I just want you to post anything that inspires you specifically when you think about your music and the brand that you want to put forth in that. Excuse me. But just you will have to search at the beginning, but after you have about 10 to 15 posts, the algorithms will get really good at knowing what to push to you, and it just gets really fun at that point. Honestly, like being on Pinterest is just very inspiring. If you're ever feeling like you're in a rut creatively or anything like that, it can be very helpful in that way. But yeah, honestly, you know, nothing's really off limits. Inspiration can be pulled from anything having to do with like nature, classic art, cars, architecture. Like literally nothing is off limits. And as you're going through this process, I want you to not overthink when you're posting. Just literally don't worry about like, will this fit with the rest of it or anything like that. Just go ahead and post it. And then whether you work with us on your branding, you work with someone else, or you end up tackling it yourself, it's going to be very, very helpful to see a very clear aesthetic begin to take shape in that Pinterest. Like I develop people's brand mood boards literally from their Pinterest board. Like every single one of our clients goes through this process, and it just makes it's like the most, I feel like, seamless, fun, but also like foolproof way to develop somebody's brand. Because oftentimes I feel like we rush that process and we don't put as much effort into it. And then people, a few, weeks or months later down the road, they're like, oh, like I don't even like this anymore. And they're kind of those people that are like switching it up a lot, or they don't have a clear aesthetic and it's kind of everywhere. And it's like, what's going on, But when you have professional sounding music, you definitely want that brand to match, and be able to support it. So I can show you a few examples of some boards, guys, if y'all are interested in seeing them and just like how that process works. But basically, once you get a mood board, you have that mood board as like, a visual North Star, basically,
Right.
to constantly come back to. There's one for Kason. I don't know if he's on here. His is cool. Oh, it's not going to turn. You just got to leave it like that.
Okay. See if it'll come through.
There's one. It's got some organic elements, but still some trippy vibes, which honestly, if you know Kason's music, fits 100%. Then we got Santos. There's just a couple examples, but so that would be like, anytime you've got an album cover design, or you got some merch that you want to launch, or you're putting on an event, or whatever the future holds, right? You run it up against this board basically, and you're like, okay, does this fit the vibes, or can it kind of fit the vibes?
It's like a visual representation of like your personality, your taste, the things that you like, and like stuff like
basically of your music brand.
Yeah,
So the banners you put on Spotify, like I'm saying, your merch, your album covers, like everything. You can color outside of the lines a bit.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that it has to be exactly that, but it gives you kind of like an umbrella, if that makes sense. Like you can color outside of the lines, but you also don't want it to be like all over the place, where you're like, okay, I'm putting out this new song, I'm gonna do this album cover. Does it really fit me and what I'm putting out there, or is it super random and like doesn't even fit the vibe? Exactly. Pretty much. Well, so you don't need
It's
to
like
put
for you
yeah,
to reference.
that one's more for you. You can always print it out. I always encourage people, if they have like a
Put it on your
studio
wall.
space, yeah, exactly, put it on your wall. But no worries at all. It's basically just your brand identity, right? It's giving you
Yeah.
a brand identity. It's a vision board for you to refer back to and reference. And for anyone else that you work with to reference. If you ever work with anyone to help you in merch, or you have a manager or anything like that, it's helpful to all have a place to look.
Yeah. So like imagine like you're gonna do a song and you're gonna hire a videographer. You could be like, this is kind of the outfits that I want. This is the mood that I want it to be.
Exactly.
I want it to be like dark and architectural and gothic or whatever. And it's all
Exactly.
represented by that mood board or that.
It's a guideline or like a vision statement. Exactly.
100%.
Yep, that's exactly right.
Yeah, companies use this stuff all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, good explanation. Yeah, it's kind of like your visual mission statement in a way. So, in order to get your branding to more of a place, that's professional, cohesive, and feels like it truly represents you and your style of music, that is where I highly recommend starting. So, we develop those mood boards. That's just what we've done for some of our clients. But you could always, do your own branding and decide that you're going to tackle it yourself. It's just up to you, basically, whether you want to. It's like anything else. If you want to hire out, or you want to try to tackle it yourself.
But you would use what you formulate on Pinterest for someone to do it, right? So you create a Pinterest board of all the things that you like, and you're just, you're adding all those things to the board. And then usually someone who's like managing your branding or your image or whatever it may be, your aesthetic, would use what they see there to kind of create this, picture of who you are as an artist.
So even if you do work with us, which I hope you do, we'd be honored, of course.
Dude.
What I would have you do is start on Pinterest now.
Love that, Currents. Love
and I ideally like people to be posting for a couple weeks to a month, just to know that there's consistency there and that they feel really strongly about what they're like nailing down, if that makes sense.
100%.
But yeah, so I'd be honored. You would reach out the same place, the website.
Yeah.
theobsidiankey.com. It's at the link tree, guys. But
Definitely.
yeah, it's a fun process. I'm surprised you haven't heard me talk about Pinterest. Our regulars are like, okay, yes, Libby and her Pinterest. But it's very, very helpful. And it's heavily underutilized by musicians
Yep.
specifically. Like,
Me and
I think a
Melodyne
lot
with-
of people think Pinterest and they think, your mom's app, or like it's good for baby showers and weddings or something. But it's really, really
more than
good.
that.
Their algorithms like don't compare to anything
Mhm.
else. You could try to use Instagram collections, but it's not ever going to perform as well as Pinterest will.
Yep, 100%. Thank you for the follow.
I need to
Appreciate
get
it.
an affiliate link with Pinterest.
Pinterest is
It
awesome. and
really does, though.
I was late to the party until I realized that I could like put like a 1985 like Porsche 911 Turbo on there and add a Telefunken ELAM 251 on there, and I was like, oh, this is really cool for me too.
Church.
I was like,
Yeah,
oh, this is
I do mention it at
Pinterest is the
least
shit.
once every stream. It's that important, I feel like. And it's just that helpful. It's
Yeah.
that helpful of a tool.
100%.
But yeah, so once you're done even establishing your branding, of course, it's a board you can always refer back to on there, but you can really utilize it also for your merch and for just planning in different ways.
100%. Man, show some love. Show some love to Valentine. I'm saying this for every person because we had a lot of the family in here, but man, show some love to Valentine. Valentine's been in here for well over a year and a half.
I thought
within
we
this
had
community.
gone over that Valentine. That's why I'm honestly kind of shocked. I don't know how we haven't, but
It might have been just a super quick breakdown or for something different. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
We just
But
focused
either
maybe
way,
on
I'm
other
glad that
things.
we went over it today.
Absolutely. Dude, you're headed in the right direction. I'm super excited for your future, man. Show some love to Valentine. We love you, bro. You're amazing. Okay, I think we're going to close it out here, right?
Or
We're
do we have
just-
two more, I think?
I think we have one more. One song left because we did Valentine.
No, but we said we'd push it to 3.
So we're going to do 11 today?
Sure.
Okay. All right. So we got Church up next. I got you pulled up right here. So I'm doing the first
I'm excited for you,
song.
Valentine. I really feel like you're going to the next level this year.
100%.
And now we got Robert Valentine.
Robert Valentine in
I
the
love
building.
this so much.
All right, this is my name is Toe Valentine. Started music only a year ago. I share truth. I want to make an impact through storytelling. Love it. First one is called Let There Be Love, produced by Be Smooth, who also sings on the track, featuring an amazing friend of mine, Anthony Desiree, adding his razzle dazzle with the vocals. Brought in another musical genius, Richard Grant, playing the French horn. All right, beautiful. I'm
So
excited.
which song do we play?
This is Let There Be Love. I think there was just two options.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, let's get it. I'm excited. Any other context do you want to drop in the chat? Let me know. Let me know
And
your
these songs are so fitting for Valentine's. I just love it.
I love it. I love it. Let me know maybe a little bit more context on your role in the track. So it looks like there's some amazing people on here. I'm excited to dig into it. And then also talk to me about the mix really briefly too. I make
Dino,
beats and
nice
write
to
music.
meet
Don't know
you.
how to. Oh, you're in a great spot, Dino. We're getting ready to close up things tonight.
Hop
but
in the Discord.
definitely hop in the Discord, man. Say what's up over there. We're starting to build out that community more and more. But yeah, just welcome to the community. This is a great spot for helping people structure their music and their
Definitely.
mixes
It's
and
a
stuff
great
like
spot
that.
for beginners, all levels really, but we're happy to help in your journey.
All right. This is Let There Be Love featuring Anthony and Be Smooth. Let's get it. First time artist. Let's go.
Nice. I'm going to turn my mic off while I finish my snack, guys.
Yeah, let me download this real quick. It should go quick.
Let there be love. Let there be truth. Let there be me. Let there be you. I know you are the greatest, Lord. I know you made us, Lord.
So this is you here, right?
Simply amazing, Lord. Both of our hearts are changing, Lord. Looked at her, it changed my life. Knew from jump she was my wife. Never knew what love was like. Turned my darkness into the light.
Let's go.
Something was missing. My heart to listen. Knew from the beginning, now my loneliness is now ending. Yeah.
I like that saturation on the drums. It's nice. Crunchy.
See, I saw her today, and when our eyes met,
How'd you track
It
vocals?
felt like my heart wanted it to be the first and last time. A daydream of sorts that I dare say craved for our lips to clash with so much force that the stars would align and the earth would go silent as if it is being reborn. And God is repeating the first time he said, let there be.
Okay, cool.
Let there be. Let there be love. Let there be love.
Nice.
Y'all missed it.
I like those background vocals. Super cool.
Muted trumpet's nice too. Let's go, man.
Yeah,
Show some
all
love.
around some nice elements in there.
Just let the singers handle the rest. Let's get into them. And let's walk it back from the track. There's two things. One is a structural thing and one is a vocal mixing thing. So I want to dive into these two things really quickly, man. But yeah, I like the structure, man. You got a good, catchy, repetitive hook. Let's get into it, man. I'm excited.
100%. And then also feel free to drop whatever you want us to check out if you have anything on Spotify or just however we can be of service
Definitely. Definitely.
as far as the branding and marketing stuff goes.
All right, let's run it from the top. Smooth production. I like it a lot. Good saturation. Toe Valentine. Is it two or toe? I want to make sure I'm like saying the right thing.
Let there be love. Let there be truth. Let there be me.
I can't believe we got two
Let there be
Valentines.
you.
I know, that's so funny.
You are the greatest, Lord. I know you made us, Lord. Simply amazing, Lord. Both of our hearts are changing, Lord. Looked at her, it changed my life. Knew from jump she was my wife. Never knew what love was like. Turned my darkness
Okay, nice.
into
I'll pull up your
light.
Instagram. Thank
Cool.
you.
Was missing. My
Okay,
heart
cool.
to
Two
listen,
Valentine. Got you.
listen.
Thank you for the
Okay.
follow.
Knew from the beginning, now my loneliness
And then
is
there's,
now
something
ending.
like that.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Good hook. Okay, from a vocal structure.
So catchy.
Beautiful, beautiful vocals on here, man. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Like all these vocals, they're buttery, they're smooth. I love them a lot. I would love for them to be positioned a little bit open, a little bit wider, just in the stereo image. It feels a little bit narrow. Even in some of the production, there's one pad. So bass, drums, even the muted trumpet are a little bit more mono, closer to center. You have the vocal structure that are all kind of here. They're not necessarily mono, but they're all kind of like right here in the mix. I would love for this track. You have one pad that comes out wider in stereo. It's very distinct from everything else. I would love for this to fill out a little bit, right? So get the low octave underneath the vocal, maybe in mono down the center, and then maybe there's like a stack on the outside of like the lower male vocal, put it at 25%, and then maybe there's the higher octave of the female vocal or like the third harmony, put it at 50%, and create this like openness, like the sound stage for that vocal structure. So they don't step on each other's toes. They sound beautiful. I mean, they're amazing vocals. They're well tracked. It's nice and clean. But I would love for it to feel a little bit more wide, a little bit more open. And this doesn't have to be, I feel like a lot of people go like mono, 100% stereo, like everything's all the way to the outside. Filling in the gaps can really, really make a mix impactful and powerful because it's like your whole sound stage is just filled out. So I would definitely recommend just opening it up just a little bit. And this is a taste thing as well. So how wide is kind of up to you, but start by putting, one vocal a little bit to the outside, one vocal 50%, one vocal 75%, and just play around with how it sounds, just to open it up a little bit. I definitely feel like it'll widen your sound stage like crazy because it's very, very talented vocals. I want to make sure everything feels nice and open. And that's definitely like typical of like gospel and R&B is those like wide stacked vocals that just fill out the mix. It feels super powerful. It's got a lot of energy before it, or a lot of energy behind it. So that's what I would focus on because that's gonna really help open up this track. It's super cool, man.
See, I saw her today, and when our eyes met, It felt like my heart wanted it to be the first
Super
and
poetic.
last time.
Mm-hmm.
A daydream of
I
sorts
could almost picture this
that
in like
I
a
dare
show.
say
Yeah.
craved for our lips to clash with so much force that the stars would align and the earth would.
And that's actually honestly the last thing that I think I'll even say about like the structure of this. If you want to read through the details, go to my link tree and click on Track Talk. You can see all the info there. When it comes to the structure of your vocals, rhythmically, cadence and stuff like that, I would lean into the like the poetry, lean into the spoken word part of it. There's some pockets, especially earlier, like in your first verse, where it's like kind of a rhyme scheme and it's kind of on time, and then it loosens up a little bit. And I'm like, ooh, once it loosens up, I can just listen to what you're saying, like you're talking to me, right? Like you said, like a love letter, right? Like you're just talking to me and I can pick up on what you're saying. When it partially gets in pocket, then my brain just it's like pattern recognition. Once you're in the pocket for a second, my brain starts looking for more pocket and more of the repetition, and then you float away from it. I would just lean into the fact that it's like spoken word, it's poetry, and go fully there. You've got a vibey production behind you that's like, retro and saturated is beautiful. You got some choral layers in the background, and just let it talk, and don't even worry necessarily about like cadence or structure too much, and just let it flow. I think if you can bias even more in that direction, I actually think it'll sound more cohesive, because it's like you're kind of letting people know what they're listening to by not being halfway in a pocket. I think that would be really, really cool for you, man, because there's a cool lyric structures in your stuff. But I think the more you guide the listener, yeah, 100%. Yeah. And this is song to song. It's always going to be different, right? But this one feels so poetic. It really does feel like I could see a music video to this, or some kind of video to this, where you
Yeah,
are
me too.
literally reading or like writing this love letter. Like I could see like a camera over you, like writing some of these phrases out in a really cool like music video or visual, like some kind
Super
of
cool.
like a visual lyric video or something like that. It could be really cool. But I think the more
Or
you
like performing at a little like speakeasy. you know,
yeah,
like
100%.
something.
100%. Especially with like the jazz muted trumpet in the background and like the gospel choir and stuff like that. Dude, you're crushing it. It's
That'd be
so
sick.
cool. So yeah, I think the more that you can guide the listener, the better that people will be able to palate it, right? The more they'll be like, ooh, I know what I'm listening to, and I'm just gonna chill back and vibe. Or is there a rhythm to their vocals that they can learn? Because that's kind of the contrast, right? If this is poetic, it's spoken word, I'm just gonna sit back and listen to you. And I think this is more message forward. It's poetic forward. But if it's like a cadence and a flow and like a verse that I should learn as someone who wants to know the song, then you need more structure. And if you're halfway floating between that, I might get lost in it a little bit, right? So yeah, don't be afraid to bias towards the poetry, because you're talented. You're
Justin,
a talented
welcome
poet.
in. We are closing up for today, but all the info is at the link tree, so you can plan for future. Welcome in. Welcome to the Vibe Tribe.
Linktree and Track Talk for the notes. Like to see the live back, or what do you mean? Just so I can make sure.
Yeah, if you want to see like why am I saying a copy of this
Yeah.
live? Whatever. If you want to see the live afterward,
Yeah,
head to YouTube.
YouTube or Twitch.
Yeah, Twitch keeps it for 2 weeks, and then it's in like there forever on YouTube.
Yeah, and that's. I'll play the last 20 seconds here. That's the only thing, man. You're
My
a
brain is
vibey-
obviously struggling.
You're a vibey artist, dude. I'm liking the whole feel of this. It's super, super cool.
Definitely,
But think
me
about it
too.
like if you're building structure, I need to be able to rap it with you, right? Or I need to be able to sing it with you. Could I learn this? Like, could I like figure out the rhythm that you're rapping with? Or is there so much flow and movement to it that I could never really catch on to the structure, right? And so that's where I would like, dude, let me
The
sit
fact
back.
that you're brand new makes it that much more
love it,
impressive,
dude.
dude. It's amazing.
I love that, dude.
Amazing.
So fun. So yeah, go find the YouTube video. It'll be towards the end,
Yeah.
last 30 minutes of the live or so.
Mhm.
Go find the YouTube video, take notes, run it back, screen record it, stuff like that if you need to. That's why we have those saved. That way y'all can always reference these back. You can reference all the lives back if you want to. That will
Well, not all of them, but
on YouTube. You can go back to all the ones that we
only the last
recorded.
couple months.
Yeah.
That's when we just started doing
For
it.
sure. Of course, dude. Of course. Yeah. Let me run the last 20
Yeah, we
seconds.
appreciate you.
I would
dude.
open up the stereo image a little bit, polish up the vocal structure, and then in your future records, just really decide what you want people to do. When they're listening to the song, you'll be in a good spot, man.
Y'all missed it.
Vibey. Yeah, if you got good vocalists on here, good musicians, man, super talented, man. Give it up on
I
time
love that. Wow.
for 2 Valentine, which is Church versus the Church right here in the chat, but 2 Valentine on all platforms. Show some love.
So I'm really glad that you were here yesterday when I was talking about Pinterest, and then today when I was talking about it, because that is what I would say as far as whenever you're ready to plan for your branding, and you are ready to establish yourself in that way, and on all the platforms and stuff like that, I highly recommend starting there. Um, but yeah, I mean, you're killing it. I'm excited about your music, and then you have that good quality music, you'll have the brand to match. Another thing I was going to point out that I think would be really helpful to you is establishing something like a link tree, or bio site is another good one as well. That really, it just makes it so that there's a one-stop shop for your listeners and your friends and family and fans and stuff like that, to just make it easy on them. It's
Yeah.
like they go to one link, and every single way that they can support you is linked right there.
Yep.
But yeah, get started over there. It's a really fun process. Once you get the hang of it, it's like it kind of honestly gets addicting, because it's like a breath of fresh air. They did start implementing ads a few years ago like other ones, but it's not as invasive, I feel like. And it's kind of just like a breath of fresh air from the rest of the other social medias that are just very loud and in your face. This one's very inspiring and just all visual, so it's really fun. Okay, nice. Okay, so I would
Probably just have a personal one or something that links all the things you
Yeah,
do is probably the easiest.
exactly. You could put like a title that says like podcasts, and then have one link that basically goes like, what's the one that you're recommending right now? The one that puts out all, like, basically it'll put
Soundplate.
like Soundplate
Soundplate.
will allow you to create one link that basically has everywhere they could possibly listen to the podcast, but it's just one link, so it doesn't muddy up your link tree.
I know they do music podcasts, but not as positive, but I know you can find them. Just multi.
But yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't think so. Ideally, you would just be able to organize it
Yeah.
and make it like as clear as possible on one. Once people start having like too many link trees, so it gets very confusing for the user, and that's the last thing you want to do, right? You want it to be as easy as possible, and cut out as many barriers as possible to people finding everything that you do. So as much as you can clean up those links in your Instagram and stuff like that, you're going to be set up really good. And then if you need any help with that, definitely don't hesitate to reach out. But there is a spot within Linktree, if you use it specifically, and also on BioSite, where you can get little icons for all of the main social platforms like Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, TikTok, all the big ones. And it cleans up all of your links, because it puts it in little icons just like this. And people already know to look for those little icons when they're looking for a specific social media platform anyway. BioSite is BIOSITE, and it's done by Squarespace. That one does offer a little bit more personalization, like a landing page. Linktree's Pro does work really well too, and they do offer a lot of personalization as well. But BioSite is free, so yeah, it just depends whichever one you want to look into and go with. So yeah, that's the order I always recommend, and the process that I recommend is getting your branding in order, establishing all of your platforms, establishing your Linktree or your BioSite, but some kind of landing page. And then from there, your only focus is marketing and stuff, right? And so we can talk through the marketing and stuff like that at a later date when you're ready for that. But that is the next steps for you that I wouldn't even like worry too much, unless you're really gonna be like focusing on putting music out now. I would focus more so on the brand stuff and perfecting your music. Yeah, but it's like, when people are putting out music now, then that's when I'm like, okay, then you probably do want to rush and get at least your Spotify in order.
Yeah, for sure.
It starts getting kind of messy. That's why we always recommend this is the most seamless, professional way if you want to do it the best way, kind of.
100%. Man, show some love.
Of course, there's really ways to do things, but
right here in the chat.
So
Valentine
we
on
can
all
break
platforms.
down your Spotify at a later date, or honestly, if you go back and listen to the YouTube, you can just hear what we recommend to pretty much every single artist.
Get a banner, update your bio,
Exactly.
get a good clean picture for your profile.
But all of that comes pretty much after you've established your branding. So that's
So
where
you know
I
what
would
to put
focus.
100%. Man, show some love. Church for the Church. Appreciate you so much. To Valentine. Appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much
Yeah,
for
that
sending
was
in
an
this
honor.
song,
I
man.
really, really appreciated hearing that.
Really, really nicely done. Let me know if who we got. Levincon. Let me know if you're in the building, Levincon. Hop in the chat real quick. I do believe you're closing us out
And
today.
everyone else will be saved, guys. We appreciate you so much.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm very excited. It's always I always encourage people. It's a really, really exciting place to be to
Yep.
you know, just get to do that discovery and the fun stuff. It's like it's all passion.
Well, because I know just having personally, Lance, thank you for the follow. Having been on this journey for a long time and having gone through a lot of those things too, is like so much of the battle as like an early artist or musician or producer or whatever it may have been. Is,
Sorry, Richard, we missed it. We actually are closing up for today, but everything is at the link tree for future. We'd love to have you.
100%.
Welcome in.
Is half the battle is just not knowing what to do. It's like, I have music, I'm a pretty good singer, I can play guitar or whatever it may be, but like I don't know what to do. And so just the feeling of having a plan of like, here's 5 new things I can just do to start heading in the right direction
It
towards
feels
a path of like cohesive music and an identity as an artist that people can attach to. It just feels good. It's so relieving, but like, okay, I have something I can work on. I know I'm moving forward. I know I'm not stagnant. So that's a lot
So
of
many
what we just
people
want
are
to
like,
offer.
man, I wish I had you at the beginning of
Right.
at the beginning of my career, and we're like, yeah, same. Like it's nice to have those practical steps that you can take, right? Just simple things, but that lead to big improvements.
All right, we've got Levincon. I hope I'm saying that right. Let's get into it. Give me some details. I'm excited to dive into this. Monthlies are killing it. You're crushing it.
Nice.
Let's get into it. This is Want You by Levincon. Let's get into it. I'm excited. Yeah, give me some
And you
details.
said no branding and marketing stuff, right?
Just
I'm
one
excited
unique
to
song.
hear.
All right, let's get into it. And of course, if we think of something, we can
It's a
always throw
very
it out there.
cool cover art.
Yeah, killer. All right,
Yeah.
let's dive in. This is Want You by Levincon. It looks like this is off of an EP or an LP from 2024, 7 songs. Let's get into it. I'm excited. Give me some context on the background when it comes to the production structure, mix and master, things like that. Let me know. Let's go, Family Sound. I'd love to hear it. It's been a minute.
Congratulations. That's awesome.
All right, let's run it. Closing this out. Let me put up close here.
Yep.
Cause I know where I'm going, but I know that I want you, girl. Yeah, I want you, girl. Cause I know where I'm going, but I know that I want you, girl. Yeah, I want you, girl. Late night texts with some late night sex, girl. I don't flex, but you and I was the best. No, the song hits so fresh. The scene needed a change, so I came and I blessed. You looked at me, girl, so impressed. So I guess I had the whole scene now in check. SWB in your cerebral cortex. AR gang, give me the liberal express. To create a song you wouldn't expect. Then after that, you give me all of
That's
the
how you do weird, though. You lean
Now
into
all I
it.
do
You
is
got to.
dream of you when I lay down and
Otherwise,
rest.
it's unstable, you know? I like that.
Yeah, I like it.
Cause I know where I'm going, but I know that I want you, girl. Yeah, I want you, girl.
Yeah, your branding looks really good. Nice job.
Late night sex, led to late night text, led to late night fights, so now I'm late night vexed. I can't be your ex, with my heart undressed. And when you played that set, why I got played impressed. Cause I never lie to you, honey. I want your love and your money, and all your attention, and all of your fame, and all of the claps when they call out your name. You know the crowd, how it gets to me.
These girls can't finish me, I love you
Yeah, right,
endlessly.
Hayden?
That's cool. It's a good mix, too.
You were never enemies.
Cause I need you by my side, making headlines is a destiny.
And I don't want feel, I wanna daydream.
Twitch likes it too, Levincon.
People won't stop chasing me.
I want bliss, I want nirvana, I want rapture.
I want you cause you're my happy ever after. Cause I know where I'm going, but I know that I want you, girl. Yeah, I want you, girl. Cause I know where I'm going, but I know that I want you, girl.
Good hook.
I want you, girl.
I feel that vibe for sure. It's like personally the most inspired and creative, but then
Some people just don't get the vision, bro.
don't get the vision, man. Oh, we just went 2000s club almost. Let's go. Wild switch up.
That's perfect for DJ sets, though.
Dude, literally.
I wish Wubsy was here.
I know.
He'd be going hard.
Did you produce this? You need that.
I like that.
Hell
That's
yeah.
what makes it fun. Nice. So you're a producer. That's awesome.
Cool dynamic range. I like it, man. I'm a fan. I like different. I like some controlled chaos, man. Let's get into it, man.
Yeah, I like it.
Hey, let's go. Shout out to the FYP. Hey,
Let
I
me
appreciate
ask
you
you,
so much,
have
man.
you done any longer form content, like any YouTube videos for this one?
And do you DJ?
It looks like it, right? I mean, I would imagine.
Yeah, seeing some of the stuff on here. I'm assuming you do like a bunch of live sets and stuff like that. This is killer, bro. Haven't? Dude, got to, man. This is super cool. You do DJ? This
Cool.
is super cool. Let's get straight back into it. We're gonna run through it. I love the switch ups, man. This is the thing. Like when it comes to like switch ups like this, you got to lean in. It's kind of like we were talking about with the last track with Church Verses. It's like if you're gonna like lean into a particular stylistic choice, if there's any insecurity about it, it'll be presented in the music. You know what I mean? Like you've got to lean into it and just
own it. Yeah.
Just own it. Just either be crazy or don't. But like halfway there feels unstable, right? And so if you just like kept all of your same sound design and added the 4 and the 4 and just went crazy, then it might not have the same expression as it does. But the fact that you just went, no, F it, boom, and just went crazy, I feel like a crowd would go wild. You know what I mean? Like you said, like, you know, this one hasn't gotten as much exposure about other stuff, but it might even just be how you promote it and how you market it. I mean, I think one way, and Libby can dig more into this probably, but one way would just be to do transitions, right? Like find a cool way to, excuse me, to have like transitional content of the gap before it drops, right? So here,
Bro doesn't even have any production notes because it was that good.
it's super cool. It's super
Like,
interesting.
do you?
Yeah.
Any mix or production notes?
Yeah, I'll talk about it like a thing or two here. But honestly, this is what I will say is this is a really good DJ mix. Usually for a track similar to this, I'd have like two mixes. I'd have like a festival mix, like a venue mix, and a like radio mix, right? One that's probably going to be a little bit less bass heavy, a little bit less transient, and a little bit more controlled. And then you have your venue mix that is slap them in the face with sub bass and you go crazy, which is pretty typical for like a lot of DJs that also get radio and playlist play. So that's the one recommendation. There's some parts of this where even in the drop, like the low mids are like really prominent that would probably be controlled on most like modern playlists. Could be partially why maybe it hasn't gotten placed as much, or maybe it hasn't gotten as much movement, because as a consumer listening to it, it might not translate as well to their systems, right? You play this through just like a basic Honda system, that low mid is just going to just echo through the car and kind of take over everything, or might even sound harsh on cheaper headphones, which like, or, you know, playing through the phone and stuff like that. At a festival though, at a venue on stage, it probably goes freaking crazy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I would maybe recommend on a song like this, having two mixes. One might translate more than the other. Have a radio edit or something like that. Just on the mixing side. I know a lot of DJs and producers that will dual mix for radio, for venue. One quick recommendation there, but that's about it. Overall, like the things that are happening creatively, fantastic. But this transition here, let me see. Yeah. Like this is such a wild transition. Like you could even do so one transition that I've seen people do, I'm just gonna throw out some random ideas that I've seen people do, especially if you're a DJ or like an artist that's performing, is you walk out on stage to a very specific spot. And you have a camera at an exact angle, right? So you have a camera that's on a spot, like on an iPhone or something, like facing the crowd, right? And I've seen Russ do this. I've seen a bunch of DJs do this. The Chainsmokers did this. A bunch of people do this, right? They have the camera in a specific spot, and you walk to the exact spot on the stage and like hold up your like fist, or start jumping, doing whatever it is that you do, right? And then on the transition of the song, as soon as the bass hits, you keep the phone in the same position and you transition to the crowd going nuts, you doing the exact same thing at that exact part of the song. I hope this is making sense, where basically you show you doing something in the empty room with just the iPhone, and then it's a direct cut to you doing the same thing in front of 2,000 people in a room. That transition when the bass hits is so wild. Do you know what I mean? Like I saw one where like, I think it was Russ, the rapper, that like was like backstage, and he was like just walking straight out into the middle of the stage. And then he just like raised his hand and went, wow, like just like brought his hand down really fast. And when he did that, the exact angle was the same, but it was a crowd of 15,000 people going crazy and him performing. But he planned out the transition into a set to make the most wild content, millions of views. And so like, there's like some fun things that you can do when you're doing venues, you're doing performances, you're doing festivals and stuff like that, to like have some like creative ways to transition your music so that it translates to streams, but also show how hype what you do is.
And there's so many good longer form content ideas that are out there for DJs specifically. I mean, that's definitely what will increase
100%.
even your current monthlies now. It does really, really well.
Yeah, let me chop through 20 seconds of the song structure because I know we're going to get too much into branding or anything as well, or anything at all. But yeah, dude, I'm a fan of what you do. It's creative. I like that you're leaning in.
Super cool.
Even if
you got two new fans right here.
Yeah, dude, like there's things to like polish on mix. Like this is more for what you're doing, and I actually appreciate that. But again, if you want to target as many people as possible, maybe have a version of this that's 2 minutes and 45 seconds long without the bass boost at 100, 200 hertz that everybody can listen to.
Thank you for being
and put
here.
in the background of their like parties and stuff like that. It's on the TV, on a playlist that you make of all of your sets that's on the TV, so on and so on, right? Try to make it crazy for a venue and palatable for a consumer. I think if you do both, you win in a lot of fronts. But yeah, you're crushing it, dude. You're a dope producer.
Super cool.
To create a song you wouldn't expect. Then after that,
We love when people push the limits and boundaries, and just like do some interesting, different, unique stuff.
Yep.
It's impressive.
Completely fine. Because honestly, dude, this is just a tip. At about 2 minutes, you transition into this like full on like just like crazy house breakdown. You honestly could close the song at 2 minutes and 15 seconds after the female vocal comes back in. I think it's Soska or something like that. It comes back in. You could basically go right back into that and just like fade out the song right there, or find another production end, and then you have a song. Then you have like a rock rap record or something like that, like a cool like EDM rap record that's 2 minutes and 15 seconds. It's its own radio song ready to go. That song could get 2 million streams versus the set maybe doing something a little bit different. You might just dive back into your track outs, go back into your session and make a song out of the first 2 minutes. And then this is what you go crazy with, right? Like maybe that's why, is because the fans of the first 2 minutes, like if I heard this first 2 minutes and I expect this first 2 minutes and I add it to like my rap playlist, right? Or something like, or an R&B playlist or my workout playlist or something like that, I might not be expecting what's coming next. It's dope. Killer at a show, killer all the stuff. But that might not be what I want in there. So the marriage of the two.
And you can always do the extended cut on YouTube.
Facts. 100%. Like I wouldn't take this down or anything.
Right.
But you might want a radio edit that where people can just hear y'all rap and sing and have this dope, very unique, interesting production and live in its own space. Just an idea that might be more palatable for people, and then they'll fall in love with everything else that you do when they're a fan of you, right? But that's one quick tip. Let me hear the outro.
It's good enough that it's like you might as well really milk it, dude, and just put out a bunch of different versions.
Yeah, make it fucking 3 songs. It's like it's your music. You own it. You can do what you want with it.
Exactly.
So that's what's super cool. Yeah, 100%. Split it, close it, and then 2:15 is perfect. That's playlist ready. That's radio ready.
Mhm.
You can promote that. You can push
People aren't
that.
skipping, so it's not, you know, fucking the
100%.
algorithm.
100%. Because if I'm like trying to just like vibe to some house or some rap music and house music during my workout, and all of a sudden, boom, 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 it comes in. I
I
might
mean,
be
I'd
like,
probably still like it.
I'd probably
but-
still be hype. I might get a PR. But I might be freaked out for a second, right? You know, so pros and
Yeah,
cons, right?
yeah,
It's
yeah.
unique, it's special, it's crazy, but it could be to the detriment of its exposure. So try both. You know what I mean? Pros and cons, right? I personally like it, but it just depends on the room, right? I do like that you bookend it with this though. That's
Yeah, so sick, dude.
cool. Super cool, dude. You're dope.
So glad you decided to come in here, and we're honored that you played your beautiful art.
I
for
know.
us.
I'm glad we did one more. I'm
And
glad we did one
yeah,
more.
exactly. We closed out with you. Fire.
Yeah, killer production, man. This is
See,
super
I
cool.
just knew we were meant to play one more.
Meant to play one more. Man, show some love to Levin Khan. That song is out on all platforms. If you like it, go stream it. Go add it to your playlist. All that good stuff.
Yeah, definitely go check him out, guys. And all the things we're talking
hell yeah.
about as far as branding and marketing goes, he's doing it. He's
Yep.
killing it.
Yep, crushing it, dude. Seriously, man. I'm excited to just dig into more of what you do, man. Super happy we got to see that, man. Hey, all love, man.
Yeah.
I'm glad you
If
finally
you have Discord, we do have a Discord that
took
we're...
the dive into the live stream. I do
Yeah,
the
me
same thing
too.
too. I'll see a bunch of people on the For You page, and I'll just sit on the outside of the live for like 30, just see what they're about, see what's going on. So I'm glad you finally made the dive in here, man. Appreciate you so much, y'all. That's gonna close us up today. Shout out to the family. Shout out
Nice.
to the community. Y'all are amazing. Quick reminder: follow Libby. She's offering so much value, so much game. So please make sure to
I'll
show
hop in
her
the
some
chat
love
really
and support. Yeah,
quick.
hop in the chat really quick. I know it's once we say closed, everything shuts down, but.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah,
like
everybody go
6
follow
people.
Libby, show some love. If you're not already, go to my profile, go to all the icons at the top, the YouTube, the Twitch, the
Twitch is our main platform
Twitch is our
now,
main
guys.
platform. So yeah, hop on over there, follow us over there, sub over there, all the good stuff. It's very, very helpful. That is our main platform. So hopefully we'll see all y'all very soon. We will not be live tomorrow. I'll be working on some other stuff, and of course it's Valentine's Day. We're gonna be doing some other things. But definitely we'll be live most days
Hey,
next
thanks
week.
for the follow on
Thank
Twitch.
you for the follow on Twitch. I appreciate that
I
so
love
much.
you guys. It was a great stream today.
Y'all are amazing. I appreciate y'all so much. We'll see y'all soon. Peace.